and I opened it up and I was like, what the hell is this? And who's that lady who's doing the vocals? Because Vince Neil looked like a pretty good looking chick back. That dude looks like a lady, you know. Hey, this is Mortiis. I'm the singer and the producer of Mortiis, and all around dumb studio guy. And you're listening to the Chronicles of Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, nays and nems, we are back to bringing you interviews, and we return with an absolute doozy. This week's guest is a man who successfully survived the 90s black metal scene, the turn of the century industrial rock scene, and perhaps most impressively, decades of sweating profusely under heavy facial prosthetics. A man with enough musical eras to make Taylor Swift jealous, here to talk all about his brand new 14th studio album, Ghosts of Europa, released on June 26th, and so much more. His family and friends call him Havard, but you know him by a different name. So put your hands together as we bring you the Chronicles of Mortiis.
Oh, nice. Taylor Swift, huh?
Yeah, I saw the eras thing and I couldn't resist.
I've seen it. You know, Eric put out this weird compilation. I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago or something called Eras, which was it was interesting because it was nothing but Era 1. So just call it Era.
Yeah. Makes more sense.
Yeah, that was weird, but what are you gonna do?
Before we dive in, I mean, how's your personal Tuesday treated you? What have you been doing yourself today?
What have I been doing today?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just a whole lot of bits and pieces. It's sort of tax season over here, so I'm dealing with that a little bit in between interviews. So that's very inspiring.
Okay.
And no, just admin. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just gotta kind of go to the office and fucking catch up on stuff, and logging into banks and getting depressed and
Oh, dude.
Stuff like that. Very rock and roll.
They never talk about that side in all the magazines and documentaries, do they? The admin side of things.
No. You don't hear about Al Jurgensen doing that, No.
So how we like to start these things is take it right back to childhood. What did young Master Mortiis wish to be when he was growing up? Has it always been music for you, or something completely different?
I think it was music from almost the beginning. As far back as I can remember. I mean, my earliest recollection of really TV, I guess, is watching Gene Simmons kind of spit blood and fire, and I don't know when that was, but it must have been like I must have been no more than 4 or 5 years old, and I just watched this sort of monster type of musician, just kind of doing this thing on TV, and I'm like, that is the coolest thing I've seen in my life. So I always wanted to be in a band ever since then, So I mean, again, my earliest memory is Gene Simmons and Elvis, as a matter of fact, which I think is kind of cool still. So yeah, I mean, I have zero. Actually, I think that's an earlier memory than my parents, which is kind of fucked up. Gene Simmons was like he was like my father. No, but yeah, probably since fucking as far back as I can recall, I just wanted to be doing that kind of thing.
That's amazing. It's funny you say that, because one of my earliest memories is also watching a KISS VHS that my mom let me watch all the time, and it's Gene spitting blood, and I was just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, this wasn't even a VHS. It was just a very random moment on Norwegian TV, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it, because Norway back in those days was definitely like it's like the Albania of rock and metal. I mean, there was nothing, we really didn't have a lot of shows or anything like that. We didn't get exposed to that kind of music very easily. So for that to even show up on TV and for me to actually be in that room at that point and seeing that was pretty remarkable. Of course, I would have discovered Kiss sooner or later anyway, obviously, but um, it was kind of weird that I would actually happen to see that at that point.
What were your parents listening to at the time?
I'm not sure. They were probably more into like the blues rock kind of thing, but as a teenager in the 80s, I do recall them listening to a lot of like Eric Clapton and things like that. But I did go through the record collection as a kid once, and it wasn't like a huge collection. I mean, we're talking maybe like 50 LPs or something like that. And it was, a whole kind of like weird mix of Christmas records and Dire Straits and BB King and like Clapton, and all of a sudden this fucking Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, in the middle of the whole thing. And this was probably, I think that album must have just come out, and it was this cool like I don't know about the reissues or anything like that, but it's got that sort of laminated pentagram. It's like black on black, and it's got that insane fold out cover with all the four members, like almost like they're in like an inferno, in the gatefold. And I opened it up and I was like, what the hell is this? And who's that lady who's doing the vocals? Because, Vince Neil looked like a pretty good looking chick back. That dude looks like a lady, fucking Aerosmith. And but I thought it was great because those photos were so hardcore and fucking cool. So that kind of cemented another layer of like, I want to fucking heavy metal. That's my thing. And they had Accept Balls to the Wall too, and which is a very artistic front cover, if you know what it looks like. It's just got that sort of like a thigh, like a male thigh, like leather, like in leather shorts, holding a ball. Is very is very homoerotic to put it like, and which I didn't realize at the time, but I thought it was a weird cover. So what had apparently happened was my parents were in like a record club, because back in those days, so that was a thing. You would be members, you join a record club, and they'd send you like a couple of records every month, and they got these by mistake. They weren't supposed to get them, but I mean, another happy accident. That Motley Crue record was incredible, and the Accept album is a great album too, but as like an 8-year-old, I didn't quite get it at the time. It was too artsy, you know what I mean? But that Motley album, I mean, that hit me between the eyes,
Incredible
in between the Claptons and the Hugh Lewis and the News, fucking this big black pentagram.
It's crazy when you've got like simply having a girl's girl. Like it's just such a random like eclectic mix.
Fucking looks that kill, man. Yeah.
But obviously, you made your name playing bass in Emperor. So, growing up, seeing Gene Simmons, seeing that Motley Crue record, and seeing Nikki Sixx, is that what inspired you to pick up the bass in the first place, or was it something completely different?
No, that was more of a. I mean, now we're fast forwarding quite a few years, obviously, but no, I mean, the reason I started playing bass in Emperor was, and I had been in a couple of bands before that, who kind of like only lasted a few months. So by that point, I think Emperor was like my third band. I was kind of disillusioned with the whole band thing because it never seemed to work out, and I'd kind of played bass for like a couple of months in a previous band that kind of almost dissolved before it even got up and running, really. There really were no people around at the time, I mean, it was me and Ishan and a few other people. And so, Ishan and Samad had their bands in earlier, but they started a side project that was going to be like a darker black metal type of thing in 91. And there really weren't anyone else that they felt would fit apart from me. And I was a little hesitant at the beginning because of my past experience with bands. I felt like I was a bit over it, but I joined you know, on bass because they were guitar players, and actually Samuel was playing drums at the time in a very early version of the Emperor. So it wasn't so much that I was inspired by anything, as simply sort of being convinced and talked into it, you know. And I'm fucking happy that they did, you know, because really cool things came out of it. Even though I didn't last more than about a year, you know, Emperor went on to really cool things, and I think it put me in the trajectory of eventually, you know, doing the Mortis thing. Um, I think if that hadn't happened, like if the three of us hadn't gotten together at that point, I don't know where any of us would have been today. You know, I mean, maybe we would have been doing even cooler things. Who knows? But I kind of doubt it. You know. So but yeah, no, it wasn't so much Gene Simmons that time as sort of just being kind of quote unquote talked into it. You know, giving it another go.
We've spoken to quite a few bass players. What made you want to play the bass? Oh, they already had a guitarist. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean that's what they needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And thank fuck for that, because if they had needed a guitar player, I mean, I wouldn't have had a chance. I didn't know how to play guitar, so I barely knew how to play the bass. There's no fucking way I could have played guitars. You know, so I got lucky.
But obviously, you know, fast forwarding again a little bit, you left Emperor to start your solo career.
Yeah.
Such a vast change in sound going from Emperor to your early records. Is that
Yeah.
why you left? Because you're like, I want to do this now. Like,
No, I left because I was asked to.
oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh,
No, that's not a secret. I mean, that's a pretty open truth. No, I had kind of a bad temper back in those days. You know, I was like, what was I, 91, 92, 16, 17 years old, and I was very verbal. Kind of like I had kind of a big ego, and I was just sort of stubborn and narrow-minded and things and hard-headed. You know, so I could be, to some degree, I think I could be a little bit of a challenge sometimes to be around. I was never violent with anybody, and I didn't intentionally act like an asshole. I think I just had that kind of like, I don't know, rash personality with not really, my social antennas hadn't really evolved yet, I think, too much. So I probably pissed off a lot of people not really realizing it. So basically they I think they needed to be around somebody that was a little easier. And frankly, although they never said it, I think they probably wanted someone who was better on the bass, which I can't fucking that's totally understandable. So no, I mean, music had nothing to do with me leaving. But at the time, while being an emperor, I mean, I'd gotten quite quickly a broader interest in music. You know, we were starting to listen to like Diamond de Galas and Dead Can Dance, you know, and of course I always name drop Tangerine Dream and Klaus Schulze. And especially speaking for myself, I was getting way more into like synthesizers to make music, especially like the 70s sound, you know, the aforementioned ones, and you know, Mike Oldfield, I love that. Vangelis out of Greece, you know, Hawkwind, and all kinds of stuff like that, you know, and even industrial music like Throbbing Gristle and Psychic TV, Coil, you know, all of that stuff. So that inspired me to start. So once the Emperor thing was over, I was really done with bands, you know, and I just knew that I still wanted to make music. I just didn't really want to deal with people anymore, and so it was cool that I had started to get into all of that experimental sort of non-metal, non-rock type of music, because that showed me that you could do music on your own, with other instruments, yet still maintain that sort of, I guess, quote unquote, like spiritual or atmospheric connection to black metal, because to us, black metal was so much more about atmospheres and vibes and moods, as opposed to like, you know, heaviness and speed and things like that. So music like, for example, Dead Can Dance, even though I'm sure the members of Dead Can Dance would disagree, but we always sort of perceived that as, you know, quote unquote dark. You know what I mean? It was very moody, especially the earlier stuff, and Diamant de Galas, of course, and early Klaus Schulze. We kind of connected with that at like at this atmospheric kind of level. So I felt like I was still kind of playing music in the same spirit anyway. my personal view on the whole thing.
Yeah. That's, like I said, how was it? I'm trying to think how to word this. Were you a bit anxious about stepping away from this one sound and then stepping into a completely different sound, or was it just that I got to go do this?
It was pretty much like, I'm gonna go do this. Um I had a bit of an attitude at the time, so I had a bit of a fuck you attitude, like, which kind of came with the territory, when you started playing black metal, and it kind of came with that attitude of like, well, fuck society, fuck what other people think. We don't give a shit about that. We're gonna do our thing, and who gives a fuck about the rest of the world. So I kind of brought that with me, hey, I'm gonna do this thing. It's different. I'm not even sure if I thought about it being different. I just knew this is what I want to do, and so that's a done deal. You know, I'm gonna walk down to the not to the record store. I'm gonna go walk down to the music store, and I'm gonna buy a goddamn keyboard synthesizer, and I'm gonna carry that fucker back home, and I'm gonna start making music on it. And that's exactly what I did. You know,
Incredible. But like, that's okay. So what led to the creation of the character and the aesthetic for Mortiis then? What made you go, I'm gonna wear a mask, I'm gonna make this a whole sort of thing?
Well, that attitude I just spoke about, for sure, that definitely kind of had me, actively thinking about, well, what can I do that is the next step? Um, and of course, having grown up with KISS and big image bands, I was always into the visual aspect of things. Um, at the time, I was also getting heavily into Lord of the Rings. I wasn't the only one. I mean, I think a whole bunch of us started reading Lord of the Rings, the books and everything. There were no movies or anything back then. You went out and you got the books.
Yeah.
And of course, the whole idea of like orcs and that whole fantasy aspect, that especially Mordor and the darker sort of aspects of Lord of the Rings really fascinated me. And not to mention, I started discovering movies like Conan the Barbarian and Legend, and the well-made fantasy movies. There's a whole bunch of really shitty ones out there too, but some of those really Scott movies and the Conan the Barbarian stuff, like all of that kind of just, and of course KISS and black metal, the attitude of black metal and the extremism of black metal. It throw all of that into a pot and stir it around, and then Mortiis comes out. I mean, that's the kind of the way that I looked at it, and the thing with the mask was pretty simple. I mean, it's just, all right, so we got corpse paint. What's beyond that? What can I do beyond this? I don't want to just do what I did last year. I want to take everything one step further and see what happens. And so yeah, recreating myself in the image of some sort of I never used the word troll or anything, just something even less human, something alien almost, that's what I wanted.
How far into the progression of going, like, doing your solo stuff, did you decide to add that element to it? Was it immediately like, I'm going to make this music, I'm going to do this, or is it a bit further down the line you decided to add the?
It was a couple of months in. I did the demo. I think in March of '93. We had a photo session for that, which unfortunately, something happened to the film, so it was really underdeveloped. So the photos were really dark, and they're almost all lost now for some reason. They just disappeared, never showed up again. But that was me without. I had a form of makeup on that looked more like just somebody who hasn't slept in a month than corpse paint. So I was experimenting, and then right after that, I decided, I'm just gonna take this and 100 steps beyond corpse paint, and that's so for the second photo session, which was later on in '93 after the demo came out. I started doing the whole like nose and ears and all of that. So it was a couple of months in.
I like that. I love that visual aspect of it. Like I mentioned before, I'm a huge KISS fan myself, so I get it. I love that. It's something different. Like, you pick up a record, you see something like that, it's like, I gotta listen to this. Like, it really drags you in.
That was how I bought my albums back in the '80s. I mean, I would look at the cover. If the cover was cool, I'd turn it around. If the band looked like fucking Slayer during the Show No Mercy days, I was like, I'm getting this. or like Celtic Frost in '85, that kind of a look.
Yeah.
When I got the first Destruction mini LP in the mail, I mean, I thought I was going to die because, Sentence of Death. I'm like, this is the coolest band I've ever seen. Up until, I guess, like 2 weeks later, when I got Seven Churches by Possessed in the mail and turned that around, I'm like, this is even cooler. It was a great time, man. A lot of discoveries.
So I was reading somewhere, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, I know what the internet's like, but you've felt a bit of resentment towards those early albums at some point. Is that still the case, or have you?
Not really anymore. And I think that had more, and that's true. I did for a while, for a few years, and between the 10s and the 20s, it that I think had more to do with the fact that I wasn't doing too well mentally for a while. I was just struggling with myself. As us artists do sometimes. I guess we just overanalyze and then we kind of go a little crazy, and you have a hard time for a while, and then you dig your way back out of it. So there was a period when I had a hard time looking back at the sort of era one records without. I was only able to look at the mistakes I made, the production weaknesses, and things like that. And I wasn't really, for some reason, I made myself incapable of looking at them in a cool way for all the coolness of them. The fact that they're quite original, I don't think anyone really sounded that way, for good or bad, back in those days. And so it was kind of a special thing, that I managed to do without really knowing it at the time. But I kind of wish that I'd been able to look at it in that positive light. But for some time I wasn't able. I just couldn't get past the fact that there's like playing mistakes, or, yes, one or two of the sort of musical themes could have been better, whatever, I was just looking at what I perceived as weakness, and instead of looking at all the cool aspects of it. But I got beyond that, so I'm now just looking at it as, and man, those were some crazy times, and cool records came out of it. Nothing, it's not Mozart. I mean, but it was never supposed to be. It's just me sitting there creating worlds.
Right, well, it's a perfect way to describe it. But you mentioned then the eras. I suppose probably the biggest era change you had was when you released The Smell of Rain, because you step up, you start doing your own vocals and that sort of things. Were you nervous going out to the world as a vocalist as well as just doing the music? And what brought that on?
That was a nervous overture. The fact is, I mean, I made a decision to do that, and that was actually made. Those were the early days of me starting my little struggle and not being able to really look at my 90s output in a favorable light. So something good came out of it, which was that I did, quote unquote, force the change in my music, and Smell of Rain came out of it. So because I really, on the one hand, I was unable to positively view my older stuff, and I also had this growing desire to become more of a front man, which is healthy. So it was sort of like a healthy and unhealthy kind of a situation clashing together. But yeah, the first time I ever heard myself sing was actually when I started recording vocals for The Smell of Rain, because I didn't practice anything, so I had no idea what it was going to sound like up until I walked up to the microphone the first time, started singing whatever track we decided to record first. And that's actually why the vocals on The Smell of Rain are quite they're kind of soft. Then there's not a lot of like aggro singing or anything. They're a little sort of soft and flat sounding. So a little they kind of come across as a bit gothic in a sense. That's just me not really having the guts to sort of start belting out, like putting like aggro behind it, because I really wanted, initially in my vision of that record, I wanted it to be somewhat more aggressive. But I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just making music. I was just going along, kind of experimenting and trying my way. I'd never made music like that before. I'd never programmed synthesizers before. I didn't even know how that there was such a thing as a grid, you know, in the sequence of programs that actually makes the music sound like it's on beat. I had no idea about anything. I had to learn as I moved along. So, you know, it kind of, that album is a really happy accent. I'm glad it sounds the way it does. Um, but my vision for it was that it was definitely going to be a little harder sounding, but I just didn't dare, you know. When I got in front of the mic, I was like, it was scary. So that's kind of the story behind that one.
But it's great. I was listening to Parasite God earlier. I was dancing around my kitchen, making lasagna, dancing to Paradise God earlier. It was a great day.
A fan all over the place. Yeah.
My wife was just like, "What are you doing?" But I just think it's crazy that album is 25 years old this year. I couldn't believe it when I put that together earlier. I was like, "Oh my God."
I feel so old. I'm twice the age now that I was when I made it.
Mad.
You know?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Ghosts of Europa, the brand new album, comes out June 26th. How excited are you for people to hear this record?
My wife always goes like, "Aren't you more excited?" I'm like, "Well, I am. I'm not the guy who dances around while I'm making lasagna, man." You know? I'm super happy that I've completed the album. It's been a part of my life in some form or another for a long time. And especially the last 6 months, I was like, I gotta get this fucking thing out of my life because I have so many things that I want to move forward with that I'm sort of like just waiting around. So, you know, I'm excited on several levels. I'm excited because I'm happy with the album. I'm also excited that I got the fucking thing finished finally. And now we, you know, but of course, there's always things are just different now. Things change so fast. Um, you know, are people going to like it? I mean, I don't know. So far the response has been really good from the media that I've talked to, and the fans and their comments from the three singles we put out so far. It's all very good. But you know, is it going to be like is it going to change my life or anything like that? You know, I mean, I have no idea. I mean, you know, I try to be very realistic about it. I'll just take like one day at a time. But personally, I mean, I think it's the best album I've ever done, and that's also my job. I mean, if I don't feel that my new album is the best thing, I haven't done my job properly, you know. So I guess we'll just have to see. But you know, yeah, I'm excited. I'm just not showing it a lot.
Well,
did any part of this record like push you out of your comfort zone at all? Did you think, I want to try something really new that I haven't done the last 13 records? This is what I want to try for this one. I want to see what people think.
I'm not sure. I when I make music, you know, I just kind of let the music. This is going to sound so pretentious, but I just let the music take me wherever I go. But you know, like when I make music, I just try out a ton of ideas, and usually the music will in itself generate new ideas. It almost becomes like a self-generating thing, and it'll take you in weird directions sometimes. But I'll go there as long as I feel comfortable. So it's not like I make a decision to do something vastly different. It just kind of happens organically, you know. And if I feel good about this direction, I'll just go there and see what happens. But I mean, I've been working on music and thought to myself, oh wow, this is we're evolving in a different way now. I mean, are people going to like this? I don't know. And I try to not worry about it because as long as I fucking like it, I'm most likely going to just go with it, and I'll worry about whether anybody likes it later on.
Yeah.
But you know, comfort zones. I think when I was the one song that I re-recorded all my vocals, almost all my vocals on towards the very end was "Farewell Romero." I just was not. I was just not happy with my performance for most of the vocals I'd done there, and I re-recorded that towards the very end, and I did feel kind of vulnerable because I really had to get emotional with the voice and all that, and that can sometimes feel, I don't know, it can feel a little weird, you know. So yeah, I mean, I did feel like, oh man, I gotta try to just like go and not think about it and just sort of let myself go here. So that was a, I wouldn't say I was uncomfortable, but I was certainly fairly self-conscious, when I was recording the vocals for that one. But I'm happy
It's
with the result. I'm really happy with it, actually.
good, good. I mean, it sounds fucking great. So,
Cool.
that your sound has evolved dramatically in the last 30 odd years or however long it's been now. Were those changes instinctive? Like you say, did you just went where the music took you? So, like, is that what you've done for the span of your career so far?
I think so. Um, I think there's been moments where um I felt like I needed to change, which was between the Stargate and the Smell of Rain. I felt like, yeah, I don't want to make more records like this. I got to make some kind of a, that was a jump,
Yeah.
That wasn't just organically sort of like strolling along. That was taking a big leap and just doing something totally different. But it still felt right. It wasn't like I'm just going to take a chance and see what people think. It was more like, I got to do this for me, and this is what feels right for me to do. Um, and carrying on from the Smell of Rain, I think everything's been more organically floating along, between atmospheric sort of dark music, floating into anger and resentment, and then kind of coming out of that and going back into atmospheric music, and here we are. It's sort of like this flow and ebb kind of a thing. I think I forgot your original question, but yeah. I got lost in my own bullshit.
That's so good. It's not bullshit. It's not bullshit at all, man. What are you on about?
It's just quickly going back to what you were saying before about Farewell Romero. That was actually my favorite song on the record, and part
cool.
of that was because of the emotion in your voice. The vocals on it, like you say, they just grab you, and to close the album as well. And I was like, yeah. So good judgment call. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's fucking awesome to hear that. Yeah. Thank you.
You alluded to it earlier, like you've been working on this album for a long time. Like, how long has this process been?
Well, I mean, just for the record, I mean, it's been an on and off process. It's the very, very early stages of this album was in the middle of COVID. I'd say 2020, 2021 ish. That was when I pulled out some really old demos on a tape. I think it was like a very early version of Transcending Mortiis and a couple of other songs, and I just started working from there, and that expanded into several more songs, and it just grew. But a lot of times I put it back into the vault, and when I say vault, I mean like a hard drive, the digital vault, because of touring and other commitments. I mean, I re-recorded my first two records during the Dungeon Synth years, and then more touring. I think I toured the States like 5 times between starting this album and now,
Wow.
Yeah, in Australia, South America, and a whole in Europe once or twice, and a countless weekenders. Plus I work full time as a special needs kind of, I work as a I work as a special needs person. No, I work as a healthcare assistant with special needs people. I am turning into a special needs person, though, apparently. But so you stay busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and also, of course, we well, this is not really super official, but we sold our house about 2 years ago and moved to Sweden. So that took out a big chunk of our lives. I kept my studio and job here in Norway, so I actually commute several times a month down to Sweden. That's 5 hours each way. Just to stay with the family for a little bit, So this is not a long-term solution, but it's just what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So in the not too distant future, I hope to be able to move my studio down to Sweden and all that. So yeah, it's not that I'm lazy or that I don't want to work on music or make progress. It's that there's not enough time for all of this, So shit takes time.
Oh, yeah. But then the record started as a collaboration with Stephen from Ape. I can never know how to pronounce his bloody band's name, and I love them.
Stefan
Yes, Stefan Grohl.
Yeah. It did. In the very early stages, he was supposed to be involved, and to a degree, he was. We started talking during COVID, like, hey, man, we're basically unemployed now, um, because you're not allowed to
Yeah.
leave the house, and let's do a collab thing because we'd worked together on like some remixes and some backing vocals through the years, and I've known him for since forever, and so that's kind of how it started. So I pulled out, I mentioned that cassette that I'd found earlier in this conversation, and I brought those songs over, like, hey, maybe we could start here because the idea was to do like a, I don't know, like a homage or something very inspired by like the old sort of 70s electronic bands. Um, that was the initial idea. And he was like, yeah, this is a great starting point. So I started developing, I started working on more on those songs and kind of expanding on them and all that and sending it over. And the idea was for him to contribute, but he got really busy. So it kind of never really happened. But what did happen was I did go to the studio a few times to record some early vocals. And some of those vocals survived all the way. They did not get re-recorded because they actually, some of the Pharrell Ramirez vocals were kept all the way through. I'm very happy with them. So he kind of co-produced some of the vocals in the early stages, and he's a really good sort of harmonizer, so to speak. Like he has some cool ideas for vocals, so he was definitely helpful. But as it happens, he's an expert at getting very, very busy. Um, and then it's hard to get a hold of. So eventually I just sort of made a call, like, hey, Stefan, you know what? No problem, but I'm just going to continue this on my own so I can make forward movement here, instead of waiting for whenever you're able to do some work here. So that was fine. And I'm kind of glad that it happened that way because then it became a full-on Mortiis kind of thing where I don't have to compromise with anybody. And but we're still good. We're still friends, though. Don't get me wrong.
So but there wasn't a massive falling out, though. We're good.
There was no falling out at all. It was just a decision. Like
No,
when you make records, you have to make decisions, and that it's just kind of like part of the game.
Speaking of collaborations and stuff, I was looking at the credits for the record and saw that someone has returned to your life, and Sarah Jezebel Devo working on the record. What was it like working with her again?
I tried to keep her out of my life for as long as I could. No, she's cool, man. She's really funny. I mean, I've always liked her. It was cool, man. I mean, I can't remember exactly how we started talking again. I think we just kind of never stopped talking. There would always be like the odd message now and then, and one day, I was like, shit, I'm working on some music that I think Sarah's voice might work with again, because for so long I've been working in genres where perhaps wasn't the most fitting. Industrial rock, I'm not sure if that's a Sarah Diva thing, but when I started developing this music, I was like, yeah, maybe it's time we should talk about, maybe a couple of songs. So and of course she was super into it, and so we just started I started sending her like earlier versions of the music, and she started singing over it, and back and forth until we had some really cool recordings.
It's amazing. What a voice she has! Like,
I'm sorry.
I should say her voice is absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah, she's cool. She's really good.
So the record itself, it feels very cinematic, expansive. Like it's hard to put into words. But did you have any inspirations going into this record from outside of music?
Well, my mind works often in a visual way where, when you start putting sounds that there are, as you say, expansive and sort of wide and big, and you start adding your big reverbs. And I always experiment with reverbs. I never use only just one reverb. I'll combine like 3 or 4 reverbs, and you'll just get this weird soundscape in the end, and echoes, and I love vintage gear. So eventually, the sounds become very sometimes strange and swaying, and it just move, so yeah, my mind will at that point start creating these landscapes to kind of go with it. I can't really help it. So at that point, you've kind of gone rather cinematic, whether you like it or not, So yeah, that I found that rather inspiring. And I'm not sure if I was thinking too much about movies, but um, I might have like when that first Dune movie came out, I watched it. I'm like, oh man, I wish they'd used my music here. Then again, of course, they have Mr. Simmer making the music, I believe. So they're okay. It's not like they missed out, but I'm like, ah, oh, god damn it, I think that this could have worked. Maybe next time.
That'd be a great collab.
Oh my god,
yeah. But the industry has changed so much since you started. How different does it feel to be releasing music now with technology, Spotify, like Apple Music, that sort of thing, compared to back then when it was CDs? People actually bought tapes.
Yeah, it's maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but it feels to me like back in the day it was just everything just felt more straightforward. It was CD and LP, and then you talk to a bunch of print mags, and then maybe some advertisements, and that was kind of it. Maybe there would be some radio play depending on what kind of music you made. These days it's all fucking buzzwords and the fucking you got to get on subreddits and the fucking the carousels on Instagram and all that shit, and I'm like, oh my god. But of course I haven't really been in a marketing mode for a while, so I'm kind of learning. I knew it was different. I knew it was all digital. I know print mags are a dying breed, and I am aware that in the US even some of the online mags are a dying breed, like Metal Sucks and Metal Injection just folded, right? Something happened there. So what the hell's happening now? What's next? And it's moving fast. So I'm kind of I feel like I'm sort of I have a lot of rust and dust to brush off when it comes to this this part of the game. And this is cool what we're doing here. That's totally fine because this is just a good old conversation. But by and large, I feel like I wish I didn't have to be a part of a lot of that.
Yeah.
And but it's just part of the whole thing. You make records, and if you want to sell them, you got to step up and just do what you can. But I'm glad I have a couple of really good marketing people around me who do understand these things, because I feel semi lost, because I didn't really pay a lot of attention. My job is kind of to make music, but clearly in this environment, it's kind of naive in a way to say, well, my job is to make music. Well, you have a lot of other jobs this day and age. You gotta get on social media and do all that shit. But unless you have money to just pay someone else to do all of it for you, I certainly don't have that kind of budget. So I try, I'm kind of semi on top of it. But yeah, it's just a totally different monster, and I'm not going to pretend that I really like it, but it is what it is,
Yeah.
It's so weird, like looking back to like when we were kids and how albums were released. Like we'd buy Kerrang and Metal Hammer and read about it in them. Yeah. Now I'm going on TikTok and seeing bands be like, "Hey, are you fans of this band? Check out my band." And it's like it's such a different world we're living in.
Yeah. What always looked painful to me, like really kind of desperate, was when bands have to step in front of the camera and announce that they have a show tomorrow. You can see the pain in their eyes. It's like, yeah, tickets aren't doing that well, huh? So you got to get in front of that fucking thing and do that selfie video, like, hey, I'm playing at that shitty bar tomorrow. Come, And I played a lot of shitty bars, and occasionally I still get the pleasure of doing that. And it's been suggested that I do the same thing. I'm like, there's no fucking way that I'm doing that. I'm not going to show you the desperation in my eyes. It's like, fuck it. Fuck that, man.
I could only imagine what a Mortiis TikTok channel would look like. Watch me put on my prosthetics.
I've done that, but not on TikTok. I did a thing on Instagram, and I think it was on a tour many years ago for Kerrang, and we did this like what do you call it? It's like a function on the iPhone where it just fast frames everything, So there's just like super fast video of me putting on the makeup in 30 seconds, and it looked really cool. It's but that was like 10 15 years ago, and I was a little skeptical, but I filmed it. I put the camera next to me and I did the whole makeup thing, and it was all. Then you just play that, in 30 seconds you see like a 45-minute sort of seance. It looked kind of interesting. It was like someone just threw the fucking makeup on, and it was on. It's kind of cool. That was before TikTok. Same concept, I guess.
So just talking again about the feel of the album, I love the artwork. The artwork is absolutely amazing. All the visuals you've done with it. That's your daughter on the album cover, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Enya.
That's absolutely amazing. Like,
Yeah.
did you have to talk her into that, or was she up for it?
Well, I mean, she's also in the videos.
Yes.
So those were two different kind of projects. They were not done at the same time. I mean, for the videos, no, I did not have to talk her into anything. But I do remember we filmed the videos in Iceland. We stayed there for 2 or 3 days, and when we walked through the tax-free, the duty-free at the airport, I mean, I had to buy her quite a lot of cosmetics, to put it that way. She kind of went crazy there, like, but still, that it was still a very affordable actress. So she got to pick a whole bunch of sort of female products. You know what I mean? But no, she was a champion, man. I mean, she froze her butt off, for 2 days out in Iceland. It was during the winter months, and she was barely wearing any clothes. She was just like those thin little shoes for 2 days and all that. I mean, I was kind of worried she was going to get quite the cold, but no, nothing. But she did tell me, she said nothing during the filming. She was just like a super pro, just did whatever the Claudia, the director, asked her to do, and just did it, for long hours, 2 days in a row. But on our way home, she was like, I'm never fucking going back there. But she never said it to them. She only said it to me, like on the trip back home. Like, I'm never going back.
That's so fun. But yeah, as a father, that must be so special to share this like creative side of yourself with your daughter and have her as part of it as well.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of stay in the background. I made a decision to not really show myself too much in those videos. I just wanted to have the focus on atmospheres and landscapes and just mood, and have her in it and her sort of journey across that sort of dreamscape. So I'm only really in the video for a few seconds, and it's mostly at the end of the second one. But it was great. I mean, I was really proud of her, the fact that she just did everything and she looked good while doing it. Of course, I'm going to feel that way because she's my daughter, I'm not expecting other people to agree with me. It's just me talking about my daughter, and I'm proud. But yeah, it was awesome. I mean, of course, both videos was filmed in silence because you're out there in these Icelandic landscapes. You're not bringing like a big sound system and playing the music in the back, because there's no lip syncing or anything like that. So it's the only sound you hear out there is just the wind blowing, and that's it. So I don't think either me nor Enya thought about the Mortiis music at the time. It was just more like watching this lone figure kind of travel the landscapes, which was kind of cool because it was just disconnected from everything else. So it was an interesting experience.
They are really, really cool to watch. So yeah, when I was writing my questions for this, I had to reach out to my friend Andy. Andy is what you could call a Mortiis super fan. Like, I think he's pre-ordered 4 different versions of the new record. Like, massive fan. He was like, do you know about this? Do you know about this? Do you know about this? Like, absolutely amazing. So I turned around to him and said, is there anything you want to know? And he's like, to be honest, I think I know everything there is to know about the man. But he did ask me to... He knows where you live. No, he doesn't.
Oh, my God.
He did say, like, with the new prosthetic for the new record, it looks like there's some, like, symbols on it. So he was asking what the symbolism was behind the symbols.
Well, I just kind of like, I dug into the past a little bit because I like to, so it's a little bit random, but I like to connect things together. So during the Great Deceiver period, I was using some symbols that they're actually sort of hand scratched by myself, just using like a ballpoint pen back in those days, actually. And that became part of the artwork. And there's some keys and some other symbols that I kind of made up on my own. And I just thought it might be interesting to just kind of like, sort of delve into my sort of semi-distant past and pull out some of these symbols and put them on that face. And I just like um to create mysteries, I guess, and have people wondering a little bit what does that mean, you know? Um so it's really just my way of connecting perhaps a record or a time in my so-called career that people may not really expect me to connect with Ghosts of Europa. It's a little bit random, like I said, and it's sort of like a spur of the moment kind of decision, which I do sometimes. So no deep philosophical meaning or anything. I just kind of like to I don't know. I like to connect things, when I can.
It's all part of the Mortis eras.
It's something. I mean, I again, I like to build bridges between things and make things connected and kind of bring stuff into the same universe, if I can.
Obviously, you've just had an American tour that finished back in the middle of May.
Yeah.
With the amount of records that you have, do you really struggle to write a set list?
Not so much because a lot of those records are almost, you could almost divide them into eras, which of course I did for a while. I called them era 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 0 and shit like that. So when I go on tour, there's usually kind of a concept behind it.
Okay, yeah.
Which narrows it down a lot more. So for this tour, it made sense, and I've been thinking about it for a couple of years at least, that it would be cool to go back and do Smell of Rain stuff. Because I mean, like quite a few other people, I'm fond of that album. It's fun to play live, and it made sense now because I had just finished a new album. We just put out like one single prior to going on tour, the title track, for Ghosts of Europa. So we'll open with that. We'll kick into like a bunch of Smell of Rain stuff because they kind of segue fairly nicely. And then we went back into Heart of Hell, which actually nobody had heard at the time, Tundra, Heart of Hell, which segued beautifully, I think, from Parasite God into Heart of Hell, I believe we did. I can't remember. That really worked nicely. And then from there, we kicked into like some harder stuff from The Great Deceiver, like Demons Are Back and Doppelganger. I think we ended with Demons Are Back, at this sort of heavy note, heavy kind of angry note. So
yeah,
dynamically it all made sense. So that's kind of the way I build up my set list. But I've definitely played with the idea of it, at least found it interesting to maybe try to combine some Dungeon Synthy stuff with more of the industrial rock or the electro goth pop, whatever, and maybe one day I can actually stitch together a set list that kind of spans the whole specter,
Yeah.
But I've discussed this with people, and I think for that to happen in any kind of convincing way, you'd need to have a certain production value. You know what I mean? So maybe one day. I mean, I don't feel like I don't have the kind of money I feel like I would need to for the production part of it at the moment. But I would love to do it in the future. But I think it needs to be visually really, really nice to look at, as well as finding a way to musically make everything kind of stitched together in a nice way. So, but it's in the back of my head. I have a lot of things in the back of my head, but when it's made its way when it's made its way into my sort of thinking patterns, then historically I will make an attempt to make it happen. So it's at least in that part of my head now where I'm seriously wanting to do it. What remains to be seen is whether it's realistic, if I can do it in a cool way. I don't want to just fall flat and be silly and stupid and look like shit.
Yeah.
Be amazing. I have got to say though, Tundra Heart of Hell, that is definitely a dancing in your kitchen while making lasagna song. That is so much fun.
Yeah, that's another. That song has a similar story in a way as Farewell Romero, because I was very unhappy with the original chorus melody, which was completely different to the one that finally made it onto the album. And I think I deleted at least 2 different chorus melodies, and out of frustration, I think I came up with the one that really worked. And that happens to me sometimes. You work so hard on something, you try so hard, and of course you fail more and more because you're trying. Something's wrong when you try too hard. I don't know exactly what that is, but then something happens where I actually get pissed off, and then this you crack the code. I mean, I don't know what happens, but then all of a sudden, it's happened to me many a time where, like, fuck, I can't not get anything useful musically out of me today. Everything sucks. I can't nail it. And then suddenly it happens. It's weird. Just when you're about to give up, you're so frustrated, and then bam, we got it. It's strange.
I just find this really funny that the songs by you that are my favorites, you're like, yeah, I couldn't get that right, and I gave up, and then I went back to it and I redid it, and then I got it. It's like,
yeah.
This is where you tell me that Way Too Wicked was like just an absolute mistake, and you because I love that song.
Oh yeah. Fucking, well, that's way back on the Grudge. Yeah. That's a cool song. I remember I was eventually very happy with that song. Finally, at the end. Eventually, of course. Yes. Same thing with Heart of Hell. I was close to trashing the whole song for a couple of moments. I was sitting there, and it was one of those songs where I would really like the direction it was going in one day, and then I go back to the studio, the next day, load it back up, and like, what the fuck is this? Fuck this. This sounds all kinds of wrong, and just couldn't fucking figure out that song. I could hear the potential, but I also heard so many things I thought sucked, and it was just difficult. It was a difficult one to work with up until quite late in the game, and it finally, like, okay, this is really starting to kind of work now. So it was a close call with that one, but I'm really fucking glad I didn't throw it out.
So am I.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tom mentioned just finished that tour, but I've got to ask the question. You might not be able to tell me, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Is there a UK tour possibly at some point? Maybe.
I hope so for next year. Right now, it looks like we're doing South America in October, and Australia and New Zealand in November. And December is not necessarily the greatest month to tour in because everybody's in that Christmas fucking mode. But yeah, I keep pushing my agent to get me some European stuff. So I certainly hope so. I was over in the UK just for one show the other day. Well, I like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, for the Fortress Festival up in Scarborough.
Yes.
But that was me doing like a Dungeon Sim set, but that was cool. So it's a nice little coastal town. I liked it.
I haven't seen you since 2007 when you toured with Death Stars. So
oh God, yeah.
I think it's about time I saw you again.
It is, yeah. I mean, we were over there for a couple of shows with Mayhem, but that was like back in 2022. I mean, time really flies fast, man. That's like 4 years ago already. It feels like 6 months ago. But yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I want to go back to the UK too. We haven't done a proper UK tour in a long time, so it's definitely about time to make that happen.
When I was referencing your set lists and everything back with the US tour and that sort of thing, how do you balance the nostalgia for like the older Mortis fans, but also try and bring new people in or attract those new fans as well in your sets?
To be honest, I don't think that deeply about it. I mean,
okay,
maybe perhaps I should be more savvy in terms of that almost sounds like a business tactic, you know what I mean?
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
No, it's fine. It's there's nothing wrong with being smart about things. I suppose sometimes, I'm probably a little bit too much of an artist, which for good and bad. I don't overanalyze my set lists or what my set list should be, to the point of like demographics and things like that. Maybe I will in the future. Maybe I will slowly become a more cynical person. But it's a good question. But like the super honest answer is I don't really think in those terms. I'm more interested, at least up until now, I've been a lot more interested in just making sure the set list works
Yeah.
Aesthetically or sonically, or whatever, or dynamically, as opposed to crowd pleasing.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, of course, you made me think about it.
Sorry, I do apologize. Yeah.
Next time it's gonna be that fucking super. It's like my next set list is gonna feel like it's been made by like a marketing person.
Yeah.
Just be like your top songs on Spotify. That'll be it.
That's it. I'll just whatever has the most streams. So that's the ones we're doing. Yeah, total sellout.
Obviously, I did notice earlier as well. You are rejoining Emperor at the end of July for a show Beyond the Gates. How did that come
Yeah, I mean, rejoining. I mean, I don't want to cause any misunderstandings. Me and Faust will of course we will appear during the show. We're playing the mini LP, the 1992 mini LP that we recorded as that lineup. So we're doing that at Beyond the Gates in Norway, and we're also doing it at Wacken in Germany the day before. And we just did it at the Spanish festival called Zet Live, I think it's called. Which was cool. I mean, got a really, really great response. I didn't feel like my bass playing was amazing, but nobody seemed to notice. So I got away with it.
Yeah.
I think.
Like pulling the bass up. Like, how do I play these again? Like,
yeah, that's the thing. I'm not really a bass player, but I mean, at the same time, I kind of hate to say no to a challenge. So I just practice really hard on those specific songs, and I get up there and I do my best, and they seem happy. So, they didn't cancel anything yet. So yeah, we're doing that. And it's always cool. It's always fun to hang out because I don't get to see those guys ever apart from doing this. So it's not just a cool thing on stage and a nostalgia kind of experience especially for younger people in the crowd. But it's cool on a personal level too, because we're all like sort of in our 50s now, early 50s, and we have lives. So you get really busy. You get just busier every year for some damn reason. So just to get together and fucking just be social is kind of cool,
Yeah.
This has been so much fun. I've enjoyed this so much. But
thank you.
Before we start wrapping up, a question I do like to ask: if people are listening to this and they're like, I've heard of him, never listened to his music before. Let's check it out. I like the cut of his jib, as they say. I know this might be like asking someone to pick a favourite child at this point, but what's a couple of songs from your back catalogue that you recommend people to check out to get a feel of what you do?
I think Demons Are Back is a cool song for people to check out. I've always been really fond of the Great Deceiver album, which is like one of the probably the most aggressive kind of heavier record that I've done. But I always enjoyed that record a lot. So sort of like industrial rock, industrial metal type of stuff. I would kind of like that Demons Are Back and like maybe something off A Smell of Rain. Like what I realized during that US tour is that You Put a Hex on Me is a really good song. You know what I mean? I think it's better than Parasite God and probably all the other songs on The Spell of Rain. I think that's probably the best song on the album, in my opinion, the way it's crafted together. I noticed that when I was performing it, many, many times during that tour, I'm like, fuck this. I really like this song, So yeah.
I should have released this one.
That should have been a single. But Eric didn't believe in singles back then. So there you go.
The fact the arms went like that was like, I mean fucking business. And I'm pissed.
Yeah. Oh
well. Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions for our wonderful guest?
I absolutely do. I do believe you're an OG of the masked bands or solo artists, as they say, obviously, because then Slipknot came, and now you've got Sleep Token, you've got Guerrilla, you've got President. There's so many masked bands now. I feel that you're a proper OG. But when
I'll never get that credit.
Today you do.
Well,
when you're ready to hang that mask up, what are you hoping your legacy is?
I don't know. I suppose I thought I had a big ego. I guess maybe it's not that big after all. But I never, I never thought about like what do I want people to think about me. I I I hope people enjoy the music really, because at the end of the day, that is more important than anything.
Yeah.
The visuals are a fantastic addendum to music, and I would hate for that to go away. I'll always be a visual person. I'm pretty damn sure about that. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, I hope they'll remember. I hope people will remember me as someone who wrote music where occasionally the songs had meaning. Maybe not everything I do will have great meaning, but at least if some of it has something, means something to someone, for as like as a memory in their life that they still hold on to. I think if you're able to achieve that, have that effect on people, I mean, you've done something right.
Yeah.
So that would be if that could be some kind of legacy, that'd be great, man.
This has been so much fun. I've enjoyed this so much. Thank you so much for taking the time out to chat to us.
Thank you very much.
I know you've done a lot of these recently, so definitely much appreciated.
No, it's all good. I'm used to it now.
Before we let you go, though, plug social media's websites. Where can people find you and your wares out in the world?
Well, I'm sorry, come again?
Plug social media's websites. Where can people find you out in the world? Where
they can find me? I'm on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff, and I'm even, I come out of that sort of old school where you actually responded to fan mail and all that. So I even still to this day actually sometimes respond to people when they send me messages and all that. Not all the time, but sometimes if I'm in the mood, I will actually kind of give a little bit of a response and shit like that. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Not as much as I used to, but sometimes.
Incredible.
Dude, seriously, thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to sit and chat. This has been so much fun. Absolutely loved it. And buzzing for everyone to hear the new record when it comes out.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
No, at all. Look after yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, whatever you do. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Awesome. All right. I'll see you soon.
Take it easy, my friend. See you later, man. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, everyone. What's going on? Welcome to the Chronicles of P. That's a T. Don't know why I T'd it. That's a P. Well, that'd be a P, wouldn't it? Because that's the right way.
There we go. Got there eventually.
So yeah, we got there in the end. So you see, no, I'm joking. Anyway, welcome to the Chronicles of Mortiis. We finally have an interview on the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apologies, I still haven't bought a ring light, and I'm buying a brand new hat, and the lid is like very big, so that's why I'm so dark. So forgive me. I was noticed Google have put an England flag in their O's. I don't like it. Anyway, excuse me, because obviously England, we are recording on Wednesday night, and England are kicking off in an hour and 20 minutes. So for everyone that's excited for the England game. But before we jump into the World Cup, I need you to turn your textbooks to page 1. We're opening it up, and I feel this is fitting because this is the show. The show loves this day. So, Jamie, I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's grey, and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday. I'm in love. Monday, you could fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't even start, prick. It's Friday. I'm in love. Saturday, wait. And Sunday always comes too late. But Friday, never hesitate. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday. And I feel, it's just, it's very befitting, seeing as the show is released every single Friday. So,
one of my favourite songs of all time. You're right. I did get it straight away.
Yeah, I knew you would. It's one of the most popular, famous songs probably ever.
I just know what I'm like. So as soon as you said you'll get this straight away, my brain went, "I'm not going to get this, am I?" But no,
Yeah,
right.
you definitely did. You definitely did. Now, Jamie Westwood.
Yes, sir.
Can we talk about it? I feel like we need to talk about it immediately.
I feel like you're not going to give me a choice.
So, the blue. Oh, sorry, it took me out.
There we are.
The Saltire is here. The Saltire is here. Jamie Westwood. The Scottish are taking over Boston. We are loving life in America right now. We won our first game of the World Cup, which you were working a night shift, and I was like, "Oh, I feel very sorry for you because that now means I'm going to bombard the shit out of you."
I quite liked it actually. It was nice.
Oh, good. So I'm pleased you enjoyed. I actually went to sleep, so I watched the first half of Brazil-Morocco. And I went, what I'm going to do, because it was a 2 a.m. kickoff, is I'm going to go to sleep for a bit, and then I'll miss the second half of Brazil-Morocco, and I'll get up to watch the Scotland game, which is exactly what I did. I didn't feel too bad. But I've never seen the amount of videos I have seen for the love of my country, my people. The Bostonians don't want us to leave.
No, apparently not.
It's absolutely beautiful. Where should I start? The fact that we broke, I don't know if we broke or matched the loudest sound at a World Cup in history. We matched the Vuvuzelas of South Africa 2010 with our national anthem. That's 125 decibels we got to.
That's impressive.
It's unbelievable. We did the Boston slide. Do you remember the police officer that flies down the slide and flies out? Remember that video? We were playing bagpipes down it, and he slides out and gets to the bottom, and he just lays there, keeps playing. Fucking incredible. The boat party, which was one of my favourite things I've ever seen in my life. It's illegal to drink in Boston in the streets, or you're not allowed to drink so early. So the Scottish people hired a boat and drank on the boat.
That is ingenious.
While singing "Scotland's on fire, your defence is terrified." It was unbelievable. We've drunk all the bars dry to the point where they had to have emergency keg deliveries because every bar was running out of beer. They've tripled the sales of their St. Patrick's Day because of us. I think they've quadrupled the sale of Sam Adams, the most famous Boston beer, and on a national holiday, we've quadrupled the sales of that. We took over Fenway Park when the Boston Red Sox played against the Texas team in baseball. I'm not a baseball fan, I don't know. Where we partied and sang the whole way through the game. I walked 500 miles. Freed from Desire, but obviously Scotland's on fire. That was in there. We just sang the whole baseball game, and everyone was like, "Can we just have more of this, please?" We drank in the park and then cleaned up after ourselves. Where the cleaner guy turned up and was like, "Oh, I don't have to do anything."
I've got that noted. Yeah,
because manners means nothing.
Yeah.
We have the bagpipes at 6:30 a.m. at an Airbnb. When the neighbour came out videoing, going, "What the fuck is going on?" They're now best mates with the people of Scotland, and he's got the American guy who filmed the video went viral. Has now got tickets for the Morocco game on Friday night, and they're all going together. How could you not love us? How could you not love us?
I thought you were going to say he was livid 6:30 in the morning with bagpipes.
That's what everyone thought was going to happen.
Yeah. And
he just joined in and just went in the. He grilled sausages for them, and they started having like beers and breakfast together. Just
what a legend.
We love it. My favourite story was I think it was either a 7-Eleven or a gas station. There were loads of Scots out that had bought all the beer, sold out all the beer at a gas station. 2 women walked in and bought 2 bottles of water, and we booed them. We booed them for buying water.
That's incredible.
This really makes me so happy. Do you know what, right? I've watched so many Bostons have been posting videos like about the Scottish people. Like so many. There's a woman who, after the baseball game, was interviewing a Scottish guy drunk, and she was like, "What's the best thing about Boston?" He goes, "You love." And she's like, "Oh, I'm the best thing about Boston." Okay, what would you say to the Bostonians that are like, what message you have for us with the world we're living in right now? And he just goes, "Don't pick your scabs."
I mean, it's a great bit of advice. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, do you know what this is what I never knew that world peace would be settled by us.
You're just the Scottish and the people of Boston. That's all you needed.
Like that. There you go. We're not fighting with anybody. We're having the time of our life.
It's incredible.
So, and obviously, like I said, beating Haiti on Sunday night was Saturday night. Sorry, Sunday morning was absolutely beautiful, and I've never been prouder. I've never been prouder to come from Scotland. Granted, a lot of people now are like, "You don't sound Scottish." I am. I just don't sound it. You know what I mean? I lived in England way too long now. I live amongst you, and so unfortunately, but it just I get emotional. I get happy. I laugh a lot just watching all the video. Just the joy, the pure elation, the parties, the fun. Yeah. I think there was a running group as well. There's a running group of ladies, and we're all just cheering them on, like everyone. Going, here we fucking go. Here we just like stuff like that. It's just absolutely beautiful. There's one guy that posted a video being like, "Oh my God, guys, our town's been taken over by Scottish people. There's kilts everywhere. Like, there's one now. There's one now." And I walking past, like, it's just having so much fun with it. We love it. We love to see it.
It's amazing. I've seen so much bad news and shit in the news this week, and then every time you go to the next article, it's an article about how amazing Scotland has been in Boston, and it's just made the week so much better. Like, really fucking has. Like, I brought something this week. I might as well bring it up now. I was going to save it for in a bit, but it relates to this because the Scottish people have put a traffic cone on top of a Boston statue to match the Duke of Wellington in Edinburgh. Fucking in Glasgow, sorry. That's absolutely incredible. Just fitting right in. Like, let's make this place our own.
I think we're pretty much coning everything right now at the moment. So if it's a statue, it's getting, if there's a cone available, it's getting coned. So
I just imagine you're driving into Scotland now, like Scotland twinned with Boston.
100%. 100%. I'm wondering how many Bostonians are trying to move to Scotland now. I want to come enjoy. Do you know what I mean? Just party all the time. Do you know, it's crazy, man. Right? I haven't been home for a while. I need to go back, but I just how insanely proud I am to be from there. Watching my people just do their thing, and it's just like, I can't put it into words. It's just an absolutely incredible moment. We've got the Moroccans on Friday night. It's going to be a tough game. I'm not expecting us to go all the way. I'm just happy that we're there. I'm happy that the fans are just having the best time of their life. They interviewed a 6-year-old child who was talking about 800 quid for a ticket. Are you joking me? I looked at VIP and it was £700. I thought that should be 800. What the fuck's going on? They didn't say fuck, obviously. And it's like, I only want the bag of Doritos. And then the interview's like, did you get your Doritos? He goes, I got my Doritos, but £800 for a ticket. I can't, speechless.
It's so good.
I'm just so happy and I'm just so proud, and we are so patriotic, and it just makes me insanely happy to see. Last night, sadly, eventually it was going to get spoiled, wasn't it? The Argentinians and the Algerian fans fought in Times Square. Did you see that?
No.
Spoiling it for everybody else. Grow up. They're all like middle-aged fucking old men. What are you doing?
Oh, it's supposed to be a game. It's supposed to be fun. Jesus Christ.
Obviously, the NYPD, we're not having it, obviously. But yeah, it's just like, don't spoil it for everybody else, guys. Come on, let's just enjoy ourselves. Let's have some fun.
Yeah,
take a leaf out of our book.
Like I said, there's been so much negativity going into this World Cup. To see that Scotland have gone over there and gone, fuck it, let's have some fun. And they've done it, and they've made everyone else smile. Just take a leaf from their book, people. Come on.
There's an Australian. The Australian fans have made a song about Donald being a rapist as well. So I need to find that somewhere. That's hilarious. Yeah.
The boys are on a bender. Donald Trump is a sex offender.
The Australians have got a chant. Yeah, I know. They fucking beat Turkey. What? Dude, this is what I love about the World Cup so much. It's like you look at the games and you go, oh, well, that game's bad. Oh, that. So many shock results at the moment. Look at Cape Verde drawing 0-0 with Spain. Cape Verde have never been to the World Cup in their life. They're a tiny island.
Yeah.
And they fucking drew 0-0 with the European champions.
That's impressive, fucking hell.
The goalkeeper's Instagram followers went from like 50,000 to I think it's about 5 million now. He made some unbelievable saves.
Fair play.
The Democratic Republic of Congo are playing Portugal right now, and it's 1-1, and there's only 20 minutes left. Dude, there's so many. I love it. I love it so much. You look at the game, other than Curacao, bless them, we lost 7-1 to Germany. Like, you just don't know. And that's why I love this tournament so much.
So I've seen bits of it, Lauren, in a while. I know France won, didn't they? So I
3-1, yeah.
3-1, yeah. So I've caught bits of it, but I don't mean nothing to me. I don't know why.
Senegal had 2 goals disallowed, 1 offside, and 1 almost just didn't cross the line. Ooh. So that game was great last night. The World Cup has been unreal, and I'm here for it, and I'm loving every second of it. So I also got very lucky because Kelly's dad and her brother are away this weekend, and they leave on Friday, and Scotland's next game is on Friday night. So she was like, I'm going over to watch it. And I was like, I might scream your house down. She went, that's fine. So I was like, okay, cool.
Sounds good to me. You got taken away for the first game. You got housed yourself for the second game. You're doing well here.
Live it, love it, living the absolute dream. Now, welcome to Story Time with Tom. We're going from the World Cup. Jamie, I know you know where this is going. We're going to Download Festival.
Oh, what? Yes. I wasn't sure whether to mention this or not.
I've titled this segment "Love and a Ferris Wheel." Yeah. Did you see Bloodstock's comment earlier?
Yes.
Not worthy. This has blown up.
I can't believe how much this has blown up.
So, for those of you who are unawares, I'll be amazed if anyone hasn't heard about this.
I know, right?
An investigation has started into reports of a couple caught an intimate act on a Download Ferris wheel. Police are now involved and are looking into the incident. An investigation has been launched after reports of a couple caught in an intimate act while riding a Ferris wheel at Download Festival. The pair reportedly spotted on the ride on Saturday, June 13th, while fans were waiting for Guns N' Roses. You're waiting for the headliner, where it's going to be the most packed, to fuck on a Ferris wheel.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that went, this is the worst timing to attempt to do this. What are you doing?
Footage appears to show a woman performing an intimate act. One witness, who's a regular attendee to the festival, told the Daily Star, good people, they were literally in a glass pod above everyone's head at the busiest point of the night, just before Guns N' Roses were due on. It sort of brought everyone together in a weird way. Before they were spotted, the atmosphere was nervous apprehension because they're always late on. As soon as the cameras came around and word started getting around about what happened, the atmosphere completely changed. They literally made the night. All I can think is they thought the glass was tinted, but it wasn't at all. It was actually spotless and you could see everything. A Leicestershire police spokesperson told the Daily Star that officers are aware of a video on social media concerning 2 people acting inappropriately whilst on a Ferris wheel at Download this weekend. The incident is currently being investigated and officers are in contact with the organisers of the festival. Inquiries in relation to this are ongoing and police are working to identify the people involved. Now, Kelly told me earlier, he's married.
Oh.
And in a monogamous relationship.
Oh.
She is not married. She is in a relationship, but claims to be polyamorous.
Okay.
But her boyfriend is not aware of this situation.
He fucking is now.
So, I mean, fair play, okay? Because if you're gonna do it, I mean, fucking, why not on the grandest stage of them all, right? Pretty much in front of fucking everyone.
There's so much to unpack with this. Like, how do you even get into this? Did they go on there with that intention? Or did they just get on there and then, yeah, things... But Ferris wheels don't go on for that long. So...
I just when I go through the head like, this is a great idea.
Yeah, in a film
oh, sweet child of mine.
I was reading a thing earlier and it was like, oh, I only knew something was going on because I heard a person shout, just next to me shout, I think he's just pulled her pants to the side.
All I saw was a photo and it said, if you know, of the Ferris wheel. And I was like, what? And then Kelly told me all about it. I was like, what?
But people are having so much fun with this. It's brilliant. Someone's selling on Etsy, what is it? Download Ferris wheel cleaning wipes, and it's just like a case to put your baby wipes in.
Superb.
Fucking brilliant.
Absolutely superb. Welcome to my vagina. You can come inside. You can do anything you want while riding Ferris wheel. Around and round we go. Just like pumping. So yeah, I've got like mad respect, but I'm also like, guys, like you're in relation. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
You're in relationships. There's kids in this fucking field. There's so much wrong with it.
Yeah,
but then there's that devil on your shoulder that goes, fair play.
Yeah, that's just like, well, I mean,
you're gonna
go out in a blaze of glory. Why not?
I just want to know. People obviously saw them up there, so I want to know what happened when they got off. Like, were people there just being like,
he wiped it and just wiped himself clean. But like, seriously, yeah, just left a little bit on the wheel. I don't know. Just I don't condone cheating. I think it's fucking abhorrent. I think it's disgusting. I think it's filthy and should never. If you're not happy, you just don't. What the fuck is? It's just one of those things, isn't it?
It's like you say, there's like 50% of you like, you absolute fucking twats, but there's the comedic fucking side here. It's just like, what the fuck is brilliant? Oh yeah, just of all times, of all places.
Do you wonder now if that's Ferris wheel's career's over? Ferris wheels are done. That's
CCTV cameras in every cabin next year.
No, guns. As soon as it gets into it, it's like step away from the vagina. Step away. Just tasers or something. I don't know.
The Bloodstock post saying no, we will not be having a Ferris wheel. Really fucking funny. But the comments, the destroy one of the comments is fine. I'll do it on the Dodgems. I was like.
You want to get a really good ram, so you run into some later. Boom! Yeah, fucking superb. Yeah, that's going to be a meme for donkeys. That now, that's going to be a thing.
Like, people are already recreated next year's download logo, but putting a Ferris wheel in the background.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's just taken over. But I just can't believe like the news reports have been like, this is now a criminal investigation.
Yeah, of course it is. Because children, like you said, children are around that sort of thing. You know, I mean, it's just.
I just don't know how they're going to find them, because surely they're not going to turn around and go, that was me. Like,
wasn't there a video circular? Kelly showed me a video.
I saw
from,
a picture,
below.
But it's like from below and far off. Like, you can't get a clear image off that.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
I just want to know the thought process.
I just want it to be famous. Not like this, though.
We thought we'd go up there and get a good view of Guns N' Roses and thought, you know what, while we're up here, let's have a quickie. Yeah, just weird. And how do you explain that as you're going around? Like, surely the guy that's operating is going, what can they do? Like,
oh, I don't know, man.
Odd.
I don't. It's insanely strange. Let's get back in the room.
Okay.
This is the second part of Story Time with Tom, but this time we're going to talk about a legend. A hero, an icon. We're going to talk about Craig Ferguson.
Okay.
Do you know who Craig Ferguson is?
The name sounds familiar, but the face isn't coming to me.
He has just completed the Walk of America from LA to Scotland's first game in Boston for mental health.
Fucking fair play to that lad.
He walked 3,000 miles.
Fuck.
And his aim was to raise $1 million. Fair play to say he exceeded that amount.
I was going to say he's exceeded, hasn't he?
A fundraising football fan has been met with cheers in Boston after completing the kilted trek across the US to Scotland's World Cup opening match. Craig Ferguson from Paisley in Renfrewshire began his 3,000-mile charity walk in LA in February to raise $1 million for Scottish Action for Mental Health. The 22-year-old, who also walked to the Euros in 2024, was greeted by crowds of supporters and members of the Tartan Army at Boston Common on Friday. The videos are amazing. Ferguson had expected to miss his fundraising target, but was handed a £400,000 donation from the Scottish government on the final day of his 4-month walk.
Fuck.
Ferguson said, "The amount of days where I thought it would never be possible, the days of waking up at 5 a.m, leaving the RV in tears, thinking, why have I set that high? Who do I think I am?" He said hitting the target for his arrival in Boston was a dream come true. To be handed a miracle at the end to hit it the day before finishing is the stuff of dreams. It's the stuff that dreams are made of, he added. Ferguson said he wanted to raise awareness as he did at the Euros in 2024 after seeing friends and family suffer the impact of poor mental health. First Minister John Swinney praised Ferguson for his charity effort. He said, "I have been hugely impressed by Craig's inspirational campaign to raise funds for SAMH, one of Scotland's leading mental health charities. The work such charities do across the country is both life-changing and life-saving, and this funding will help them to continue that important work." Billy Watson, the charity's chief executive, said Craig's endeavour was absolutely extraordinary. He added, he is a football fan, a member of the Tartan Army, who decided he could help and has quite literally come down the road in the most spectacular fashion.
What a fucking hero.
Dude's a legend. Dude's an absolute legend of the highest order.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. And fair play to the Scottish government. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
dude. I just what he needed. He was actually going to be my first story, but I got carried away with the fans. But yeah, like unbelievable. I can't even fathom put into words how you want to walk almost the length of a fucking country that size. We are not worthy. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like he saw your bike ride and went, I can beat that.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. People keep doing this. I'm like, fuck's sake. I was so proud. Now I look shit.
No, you should be proud of what you achieved. That's amazing, but that's unbelievable. That's insane. Right. Do you know what I mean? Like, all for mental health as well. Craig, you're a fucking legend, sir. And I tip my hat and, I'll buy you a fucking pint.
That's incredible. I'll put the link to his GoFundMe or whatever it is in the YouTube description if anyone wants to join.
I've got an amazing photo. Let me send you this amazing photo. It's beautiful. So yeah, absolute goddamn fucking hero is all I can say. Yeah, it truly is. Legend, Craig, absolute legend. But I do have to say, normally this is the part where we throw to the treacher, but the treacher once again is very busy and has not been able to send us any vids. So Callum is not here this week. So massive apologies to you all who are here. For Callum, if you switch off now, I totally understand, but you're going to miss some really funny shit.
Kicking a woman to death because she was dressed as a goth.
2007. A young girl attacked simply for how she looked. Over 20 years later, people are still judging, still targeting, and it's still happening to this day.
Together, we can be the difference. Together, we can stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere.
We just need to work together and keep on the good fight.
Jamie, how are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty tired. I'm on night shifts at the minute, so it just meshes your sleep pattern. But yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm very full of pie, which is always good.
Okay, what pie are we talking about?
I made a chicken, mushroom, and vegetable pie. I made the sauce and everything. Did it all from scratch. And it was bloody delicious. I'm very full now. So I'm sat here like, But, yeah.
I've yet to eat. So, yeah.
Sorry,
I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's right. That's absolutely fine.
But yeah, other than a belly full of pie and a little bit sleepy, I'm good. How are you?
I always get to that thing where I'm like, I've got a show to do. I've got a recording to do. I have to eat after. Because I can't, in my head, I can't comprehend the fact that the time I've not got time. But I do, but I don't. So my body goes, you need to sit and wait. I will sit and wait for the interview. I can't go and do something because then I think I've got no time to do anything, and then I don't want to like rush my questions, and then it's just always one of those things at the end of the day. Always one of those things. So I'm fine. I'm quite knackered. I obviously my exams ended on Monday after 6 months of fucking revision and work and study, and I then got lovingly greeted to do a recording last night, a recording tonight, and a recording tomorrow night. So just
You've done it to me before. You can take it.
yeah. So I'm very much ready and willing and Gable to looking forward to having some time to actually fucking chill and actually lay in this bed and do nothing and not feel guilty. But it's really weird because I'm watching the World Cup and I keep laying there going, I need to reflect. Oh no, I don't. Like I feel like I'm feeling guilty for not doing something. It's really weird because I've been so used to doing it.
Yeah.
I literally still have my cue cards, my flashcards. They're under my flag, because I don't want to throw them away just in case. But I literally got all my revision, my past papers and everything. Went over to the confidential waste at work and went, oh, that's a lovely big weight taken off. And then Louis, who I did my exams with, was like, what if you have to do a retake? Like,
fuck you, Louis.
mate, do you want to shut the fuck up? Who do you think you are?
Don't come here with logic.
And then one of the other lads, Connor, was like, oh, look at the syllabus for next year. I'm like, no, because I'm not clinically insane. I think I want to enjoy my 3 months off, thank you. Like, I don't want to look at what's next year. I'm quite happy doing this. Thank you very much. Just relaxing.
Don't stress yourself out already. You've only just fucking finished the last lot.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I had to go straight back into work. So I'm quite tired. I don't feel like I've had a break. But there we are, my friend. That's me. That's me. Bollocks. What's been going on with you?
Not a massive amount. I've mostly been Rihanna-ing. I proper fucked myself over last week, not even thinking. So basically, I was supposed to be on earlies Thursday, Friday, Saturday last week. And the guy who was on nights was on his own. It was like 4 of us in the morning. And I like working nights. I was like, oh, do you want me to swap? And I'll do the nights. So then he's got some support. Like, yeah, sure. Didn't look at this week's rota when I offered. So I did Thursday, Friday, Saturday night shift, day off Sunday, back in Monday on a night shift, and I'm in for 5 nights. So I was like, my sleep pattern on Sunday to Monday, I was like, what is going on in my life and my head right now? I don't know. Yeah, I was very fucked. But yeah, mostly I've been Rihanna, and I went to go see the kids on Sunday, which was lovely. Me and Lena took a walk out because it was Harrison's partner's daughter's birthday.
Ah, yeah.
So because I just wanted to be an asshole, I brought her a drum kit for her birthday. I literally got a message from Harrison of her opening the present with just the note saying, you absolute C word. I was like, ha ha ha, revenge. Because he's done it to me before buying Olivia a drum kit. So that was quite fun.
You brought a legit drum kit, like an actual proper one?
It's like a kid's 20 quid one, but
okay.
It's loud. And they sent me pictures and videos of her, so she loves it. So that's all that matters. The kid's happy. That's what matters. But yeah, that's incredible. That was really funny. Obviously, I had a job interview on Thursday, which I'm still waiting to hear back from, but I think it went really well. The guy was like, yeah, good man, good lad, good, yeah. One point I answered and he was like, can you just elaborate on that one for me? But I couldn't tell from the way he said it, whether it was elaborate on that because I want more details, or elaborate because that's a really good idea and I'm going to jot it down and steal it. Like the way he said it. But I'm still waiting to hear from this. I went on to the recruitment page this morning and it said, application withdrawn. I was like, what? I didn't withdraw it. So I phoned them up and went, oh, for some reason, it hasn't even been noted that you had the interview. So I'm going to email someone and let you know. I'm like, complete things just stop going wrong with this job application and let me know what's going on. So now I have no idea what's going on. Hopefully I've got it, but fuck knows at this point.
When did they say you'd find out? Did you ask?
Yeah, they said within 2 weeks. So it's not even been a week yet. It's a week tomorrow. So God knows. Hopefully I'll hear something soon. Be nice just to know what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
What else I've been doing? I watched the Netflix documentary Michael Jackson: The Verdict. That was a tough watch, but apparently it's very one-sided, this documentary. So I kind of want to look into the details behind it because I like doing things like that. And Royal Rumble rewatching. I'm on 2006. I'm on the main event. Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight title. I don't even remember this match existing, so it's quite interesting to watch. Don't need the start of it, so I don't know what it's like yet. But yeah, I love this era because I'm seeing all people I forget existed, like Simon Dean. Completely forgot he was a thing. Heidenreich. Yeah, Heidenreich. Because fuck yeah, Heidenreich.
The poet.
Yeah. Snitsky I didn't forget about Snitsky though. Snitsky's ace. But just like things that's what I love about the Rumbles. So people turn up and like, oh yeah, you exist. And like gimmicks I forgot exist, like Big Daddy Viscera when he's been all like sexy and stuff like that. Just like that era of wrestling is so great, but also so cringy.
Do you remember Mordecai?
I do remember Mordecai, the white version of the Undertaker, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very pale. Yeah. Like,
2 matches and disappeared.
Something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, he didn't do a lot.
Danny Puder.
Yes, I meant to write that down because I can't remember if it was 2004 or 2005. Is the Rumble where he debuts and Benoit, Eddie, and Hardcore Holly just beat the living fuck out the guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like watching an assault on camera. Whatever he did to piss people off, don't do it again. Don't do anything like that.
He wasn't around very long. He disappeared quite quick, I think.
I'm not surprised. It's very rare that wrestling goes, that's a little bit too real and tough to watch, but that was definitely one of them. Oh, yeah. Jesus, that was rough. But yeah, so I've enjoyed watching these. I think I'm about halfway through now. So I thought I was doing really well. And I was like, shit, I got like another 20 of these to go. But yeah, loving a bit of the Royal Rumbles. But that's about it. Like I said, I'm most of them in Rihanna and stuff.
Are you going to pick the greatest one as well from Saudi Arabia or no?
I was wondering this. I couldn't decide whether I should or not. Because it's not technically a Royal Rumble, but it is at the same time.
Yeah. There's like no stars in it. It's just all the mid-carders.
I love it because it's like the Saudi Arabians wanted Yokozuna. He's dead. Just get another sumo guy. It's fine. They won't know. Weird match. But isn't that the one with Titus O'Neil and he does the slide?
He falls into the ring.
I might watch it just for that, to be fair. but yeah, that's pretty much me. And obviously, we did an incredible interview last night, which I absolutely loved, and it was fantastic to get back to interviewing. And I hope you all very much enjoyed that interview. So yeah, what have you been up to, birthday boy?
So, well, you can't cover that anymore. So obviously I've been Rihannaing. I've been selling loads of my uncle's stuff for my mum, obviously, because he sadly passed in March. So I've managed to take all the hi-fis are gone. Most of the cameras are gone. Made it quite a pretty penny at the moment. She's loving it. So I took hi-fi to Waterlooville. I took all the records to Guildford. And I've been taking all the games to CEX and that sort of thing. And then we found like an expansion card for Xbox, which I sold on eBay. I've got loads of Harry Potter stuff sat next to me right now. Beautiful, like these sorts of things. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh,
like
nice.
It's like proper, like metal painted. Like there's loads. I've got the Hogwarts Express. I've got everything. The track, it moves.
I wonder if Becky's seen that.
So she's seen that easily.
I said hopefully she doesn't see that because she'll want
to. And it's in it's in Kate. I've got 4 or 5 bags of it.
Fucking hell.
They're absolutely wild. So I'm currently putting that up at the moment. Obviously, Friday was my birthday. I turned the ripe old age of 39. I can't believe I'm in my final year of my 30s now. You're about to exit yours. It was good. So me and Kelly, like I said, went to Guildford first, dropped off all those records and DVDs and stuff to the shop. We went to Waterlooville, dropped off a hi-fi system. We came back with the Starbies. Her phone then completely broke. So yeah, the hardware just went. The phone doesn't work anymore. And she was like, what the fuck? Yeah, literally, that's exactly how she reacted. So that went down. So she'd been sorting that out. We got back to hers. I had presents. So I was obviously sporting a brand new cap right now. I got 2 Dixon caps, actually. I'll do the ones all the way over there. Because sadly, my Stay Cozy ones have died-ish. One of them, I think they're hanging on by a thread. And then I got 2 Dixon shirts. She bought me the A Day to Remember one, the special edition one, the yellow A Day to Remember, What Separates Me From You special Dixon shirt, which is beautiful. Had to come from Norway, I think, but the girl did good. The girl did very good. I've got Scotland rugby shorts with my name on it. I got Scotland football underwear, like the ball bag boxes that I absolutely love. Bright orange, bright yellow, and bright blue. Fucking phenomenal. Yeah, man, I did well. I did very well. I was very happy. and we ordered Chinese. I hadn't had Chinese in ages. So we ordered Chinese and watched the World Cup. Oh, it was bliss. It felt weird, but I knew I still had an exam coming up, so I was still a bit like, I'm enjoying this, but I know I've got an exam coming. And then we went away for the weekend. So we went to Arundel or whatever you call it, down by Worthing and Brighton for a hot tub weekend in Rife Lodges. It was lovely, stunning. Didn't realise it's not private. So I was happily sat watching AEW in my boxes, just like, this is the life. As two people walked by, and I was like, shit. The main house was literally next door to the hot tub had a barrier around it, and then it was just glass, and it was just a balcony.
Oh.
So yeah, I was just sat chilling in my underwear, just like.
At least you weren't like full on Ferris wheel in it.
I did think about it. I did think about it, and I was like, I'll keep my box on. It's fine. So that was really nice. So watched Qatar, Switzerland, and Brazil, Morocco from a hot tub. That was bliss. But Kelly wasn't very well, so I spent most of the day on my own. On the Saturday, we went to the pub for dinner. That was quite nice. And then Sunday, we had to check out by midday, but we left earlier, went to the beach, took a few photos, a bit of a stroll. I walked past the guys like, there's one very happy Scotsman this morning, because I had my Scotland shirt on, because obviously I watched the game on the Saturday night.
Yes.
I was fucking tired, and obviously I had my exam the day after, and I was like, oh shit. So we went to the beach, we drove back to Kelly's, I unpacked my stuff, I repacked my stuff, went back to hers, and then got a train to Birmingham.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Got to Birmingham for about 6:45 on Sunday night. The train was no sardines.
Oh.
I was sweating. It was horrible. There was a woman at Oxford that was like, I can't get on. You need to move over. Is there space? Like, there isn't fucking space. I could see space. There's no space. There's people sat on the floor. There's no space. Yeah, I can see. There's none. But I need to get home. I don't know what to tell you. They've put 3 carriages on for Manchester Piccadilly.
That's
like,
stupid.
Oh, dude, it was horrible. And they were every hour.
Oh, what? Of course, Sunday, isn't it? Yeah.
Every hour, 3 carriages. The train people at Oxford were like, don't know what to tell you, love. Put more fucking carriages on, maybe.
Yeah.
Sort it out, Jamie, when you get to New Street. So, yeah, it was bullshit. I caught an old lady because she couldn't hold on to anything. So when it was rocking, she went flying and I had to grab her. And the door went, I think you pulled there, Mum. And I was like, oh, if there wasn't people looking. I caught a couple of people. Because I had my hand against the wall, so I couldn't go anywhere. So I was just literally like grabbing people if they fell. But there was a really funny moment at Banbury. So this old couple had got off, right? This old fella had obviously got off one end and come round the thing, and he went, I need my red suitcase. We're like, okay. He was bottom red suitcase. Like, okay, that's fine. Looking, we're like, there's no red suitcase here. My red suitcase. It's like, there's no red suitcase. There's a pink one. No, red. I said red. I want me red. Yeah, there's a pink. It's red. Like, it's not here. Well, why are you not looking? It's red. It's like, dude, it's not here. Hello, it's not here. His wife walks round. Right, love, did you get me pink suitcase? Like, oh, is it pink, is it? Right, yes, that's there. Like, here you go. He went, right, thank you for giving me my pink suitcase. Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Doesn't want to admit to his wife the massive argument he's just had with you.
With all of us. There's loads of us in there going, dude, there's only a pink, it's not red. There's no red here.
Oh, Christ.
I know. Anyway, thanks for my pink suitcase. And the old lady went, at us all, bless her.
That's nice.
Got to Birmingham, was greeted by fuckloads of my peers, all studying in the restaurant watching Germany Curacao. So I had fish and chips. They were all revising. I sat there and went, no, I'm going to revise in my room. I'm too tired for this. I was like, from watching the game, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, I'll go in my room and I'll revise. So I did a whole section that I hadn't studied, and I wrote all my notes out. It took about 3 hours while I watched Netherlands, Japan. Great game, by the way. Did that, finished. I said to Kelly, I was like, sweetheart, I think I'm going to go on. Slept all the way through to my alarm. Like, was absolutely out of it. Woke up and my left eye was closed shut. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
I was like, prize to open. Conjunctivitis in my left eye. Phenomenal. Hooray!
Oh,
Thanks, hot tub.
wonderful. Oh,
Put your hands up for Detroit. Managed to clean that all. I had a shower, got hot water, just like completely like rinsing the fuck out of it. It was fine. That night though, I got back to Kelly's and I was passing out on the bed. It's got better. I've been masking and dropping and God knows what else and washing it. And then last night I woke up with my mouth full of mucus and I was choking on my own fucking mucus.
Oh.
At 4:50 this morning. That was great. Anyway, so Monday, exam day, my start was 8 o'clock. Got there for 8. My first exam was 8:30. But they gave me facial measurements first, and I was like, yes, my bread and butter. And my patients were 2 old people and 1 lovely lady who used to work for the council who has now lost her job because your council's got no fucking money left. But I just like swooned them and like was just having a laugh. And at one point, my examiner was going, "There's too much fun going on over here. There's too much laughter. What's going on?" Having the time of our life. And then I got a lovely Shirley, lovely lady who's gone on a cruise as well for my facial measurements. She's my facial measurements lady, and the 3 people were my adjustments. And then I calmed down after that. My next exam was 9:45. Did that. And then I had nothing till 1 o'clock. And the last 2 were the 2 I was dreading. That I was like, the first 2 I got were my lovely, happy, easy ones. I was like, yes, because then I had that 3-hour gap to fucking knuckle down. So when I got to frame materials, which I hadn't studied, I was like, cram. There's 7 pages full of fucking frames, but you don't know what frames you're getting. So you had to learn all this stuff, and you got 5 frames. Anyway. This was gorgeous. 2 of them were named. So I was like, oh, thank you. C and E were named on the frames. Like, yes. 3 weren't. So I looked at them and was like, well, I think that's that. I think that's that. And I think that's that. Did all my facts. Did like the lens retention and the side joints, if they're molded, injected, whatever. Filled it all in. Got back out and was going, fucking hell, that was hard. I felt that, but I'm glad it's done. My mate Connor walks round and he goes, "Who got the table by the door?" And I went, "I did." And he was like, "Oh, what did you write?" So I was like, "This." He was like, "Yeah." I went, "And this?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "The 2 that were named." He's like, "Yes." And I went, "And this one?" He went, "Yes, I've written the same." We're like, "Yeah." Like just going mental because that boy is clever and he knows his shit. So I was just fucking buzzing because I'm like, I've got them right. Surely, I can't not.
If he's got it right, you can only.
Yeah, it was like a very nice feeling to know that we had the same. So, dude, watch this fight. But I don't get my results till August.
That's mad. I can't believe they're making you wait till fucking August.
I know. My 2 theories and my practical, I got to wait till August. But the last, I was an interview then. I mean, it fucking felt like one. The last exam was a one-on-one conversation about 6 prescriptions in front of you. One's wrong, one's safety glasses, one's sports, one's insanely high. There's different scenarios, and then you talk about the prescription, you talk about your lens options, you talk about this, that, the other, and you've got lenses with you as well. And you go, pick up the lens that's good for this. So I go, this one, why is it good for that? It's good because this reason, that reason. How does it work? Is it left or right? What's on it? Is it coated? I was going like, but he was grilling the shit out of me. But because I kept talking, he went, "You've mentioned this. Let's talk about it." I was like, fuck. Like, he kept like picking things out of me. I was like, no. So yeah, but I think I've smashed it. I felt pretty happy. I wasn't there going, "I don't think I've done very well." I came up going like, "Thank fucking God that's over. I wish I drank."
I need to drink or smoke right now. Which one? Fucking what is it?
Dude, yeah, I don't want to smoke ever again. If I drank, it would be drinking. If anything after that, I was like, fuck me, I need a whiskey after that. Jesus. But it's done, and now I feel really odd.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Like, I feel like I should be doing. I don't need to do anything, but I feel like I should be. I'm 4 weeks behind. Forbidden Door is what, next weekend? I've watched nothing for Forbidden. I've just watched Double or Nothing.
Yeah, you got some catching up to do. Yeah.
Double or Nothing, by the way. Jesus, unbelievable event.
I'll be honest, I can't remember what happened. It was ages ago.
AEW for me, it's just superseding everyone now. It's the best. It's the best company. ENC or CNC won the tag team titles in that street fight. Unreal. I almost cried. I was just like so happy because it means I get to see them in August, and I'm like, oh my god, I get to see Cope and Christian together. That's our childhood right there. Do you know what I mean? It's insane. Osprey Joe. Oh my god! When his Styles clashed him, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Swerve jumping on Bandito's shoulders, and then House calling him like, mate, unbelievable. And then obviously the Kevin Knight heel turn, but I saw that coming a mile off because his promos recently have been like, this is weird. These are weird, and I feel like you're going to portray Speedball. Then he obviously hit Derby. AEW is fucking unbelievable. So I'm literally going to cram it on my day off. I'm just going to have an AEW day. I'm so excited. But yeah, man, I've been spending time with Kelly. Like, I'm just happy that I've now got time off. Like, as in, like, my evenings back. I've got my days off back. I can actually do things without feeling guilty about doing them, and it's just a weirdly nice feeling.
We love to hear it.
We absolutely do. Why are you fucking dark now?
I was going to say, I think I'm going to go turn the big light on in a minute because I can't see shit.
A few moments later.
Jamie Westwood.
Yes, sir.
Can you please give me your single of the week?
My single of the week this week is by Bolan, and the song is called Bridges. This is off his debut solo album, Gargoyle of the Garden State. It is fantastic. Bolan, if you're not familiar, is Rachel Bolan, the bass player from Skid Row. So after all these years, he's doing his own solo project. I think they've basically just given up on the idea of ever having a single that stays longer than 5 minutes. And he's doing his own solo thing. But it's just a fantastic power ballad, classic rock song. I put it on, I was like, this is a bit of me. I'm enjoying this. So yeah, I'm going to go check out the full album after this. Yeah, nice. Bolan, Bridges, definitely check it out. This was tough this week. Like, you had Lake Malice's new single, The Warning's new single, Stanley Simmons, Tarja. Even I know he's a bit of a controversial figure, but the new Marilyn Manson single's really good. Like, there's some really good fucking music out this week. But to me, it was Bolan with Bridges. I absolutely loved that song.
Yeah, Lake Malice. That was also one of mine. Yeah. They've announced their debut album, haven't they? So yes. We love Lake Malice. Absolutely love them. I also struggled. Because for me, I've gone for Her Last Sight's brand new single, Hit Me Like a Pinata, one more time. What I love about this band is their breakdowns are in different genres.
Yes.
So you've had the Greek plate smashing Oppa, their breakdown. You've had the Cowboy Howdy. And now you've got the Mexican Mariachi Band, which is sensational. I just love the middle of the song. He goes, guys, what, another breakdown? And then the mariachi starts. It's just like, oh, it's so good.
Another breakdown. Vamos, muchachos, a la fiesta!
I struggle because Mayday Parade's brand new single, Weekend Music, is unreal. How that band is still going and still releasing bangers is beyond me, but I bloody love that song. Because I sent it to you originally, and then went, oh, I don't know now. Because Terror Bright's brand new single, Fires and Floods, is out as well. And that's also incredible. And I was just a bit like, I'm very stuck.
It's very tough. Yeah.
Very, very stuck. Like you say, Ghost in Hell by Late Malice came out. Hero of the Heroes released King Cobra. You've got Juniper by Days to Waste, brand new single. And Villain of the Story are still doing their random genres of their new album. They brought out Waves, but as melodic rap. Bloody love Villain of the Story. They're such a great band. Oh, and Resilient by Citizen Soldier also came out as well. So much music, but for me it's Hit Me Like a Pinata, one more time by Her Last Sight. And I'm loving their Instagram reels where they're taking memes or famous videos that have gone viral and putting them into with the breakdowns at the end. So like, brilliant. You know, it's just like, you know, the world girl's like, tell me why, and then it's like, breakdown, howdy, diddle-a-did, like, just so good, so good. Absolutely love it.
That's incredible.
Unbelievable scenes. But Jamie,
Yes, sir.
I do believe it's time for your favourite segment.
Oh, is it?
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Yeah. There's no Callum. You could be my favourite this week.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Jamie, we're back for another edition of Tom's Journal. All right, are you ready for the journey?
Go on then.
People in the Bronze Age actually lived far more luxurious lives than our own. Archaeological evidence indicates that they had vases with octopuses on them. Do you have that? No, I didn't think so. This is a solid point, actually. Says to my wife as she pulled out our vase with an octopus on it. She's got me there.
So I was just thinking then, do we own a vase? Yeah, we do. We got a couple, yeah.
Do you actually own vases?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Oh.
For the one time of the year I buy Becky flowers.
Okay. I probably maybe should do that at some point. I don't understand the whole face the shower versus the face away debate. I'm in the shower twirling like a fucking kebab.
Same. Yes. I feel like I wash my hair facing it and then I wash my body facing away from it. I don't know why. It's just what I do.
Well, I just like to clean my whole person, so I will turn as much as I need to. Yeah,
I was going to say, but yeah, you got to rinse your back, rinse your front. You can't just stand still.
I'm a walking toothbrusher. I wonder.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I wonder. No, I'm joking. My mum and dad are divorced. My dad's a bin man, and he empties her bin, puts it back as far away as possible, so she has to walk to collect it. And I wonder where I get my pettiness from.
That is a fantastic level of pettiness. I love pettiness like that. Last night at work, a guy came in and moaned about who he was working with on a department. So the guy I was working with swapped him and put someone even shitter in there for him. And I was like, you, Terry, are a fucking legend.
That is incredible.
I love that level of pettiness.
Why aren't we ever allergic to lame stuff like spreadsheets or the in-laws or the gym? It's always fresh air and cute animals, for fuck's sake.
The in-laws really tickle me though.
I bet it did.
It's a good point though. It's always stuff you don't want to be allergic to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, mine's the fucking sun.
Well, yeah.
Can't really do much about that. Do you know what, right? To be fair, my mum bought me sun cream. I cannot say that word. Dermatological? Dermatological. Dermatological.
Why doesn't it
one.
sound right coming out my face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dermatological. That one.
Yeah.
You know, like Szechuan pork. Sweet jam. And I was like, he tried to tell me something, and I went, actually, it's been quite decent because I didn't wear Nivea and I still fucking burnt to a crisp. So bless her, she's looking out for me. She's like, I think you might need this for trees, love. This is for trees.
Oh, bless her.
I know. I was it said to her yesterday. She went, oh, bloody love trees. Like, you've never been. What?
Just me.
That's how you love. You just bloody love trees, don't you? Jamie, I would rather take a razor scooter to the ankle 55 times than tell the class a fun fact about myself.
That is a fantastic way of saying that. I love that.
I used to hate doing that when you'd be at school. Can you tell? Oh, I've got a new person in school. Tell us a fun fact about yourself. I like beans.
I fucking hate it. Job interviews, introductions, all that stuff. Tell me something about yourself. I'm like, there's lots of things about me, but right now I can't think of a single one.
Yeah, you forget about everything.
Yeah.
So, this kid is either headed to Harvard or prison. Okay. I got pulled over today. My daughter in the back seat, and thought I was absolutely cooked, whatever that means. Before I could even pull over, this little third grader quietly grabs a Tupperware of soup from the back seat, dumps it all over the floorboard, and whispers to me, "Tell the cop I threw up." Cop walks up, takes one look inside the car, immediately backs up like he just entered a biohazard zone, hands me a warning and says, "Hope she feels better, mate." My daughter sat there stone-faced the entire time like a criminal mastermind, currently taken out for ice cream.
And that is a kid you want on your side. What a legend.
A hero of the highest order.
Kids can be helpful at times.
Yeah. My body in my 30s. Hi there. Can I interest you in some changes to your service? Me? No, I'm all right, thank you. My body. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upgrade you to our new package. It comes with 3 months of sciatica, insomnia, and a mysterious knee condition. Me, but right, it starts Monday.
It does seem to you get that certain age and everything just goes, oh, fuck it. It's like,
Dude, my lower back sucks. Like, so much.
it's a fucking nightmare.
Therapist. So what do we do when we're sad? Me, rewatch Gilmore Girls again and come to the realization that while I thought I was Lorelai, time and inner reflection suggests I may have been Emily all along. Therapist. Me. Therapist. Maybe.
I always know it's going to be a good one when they start with therapist.
Yeah, I know you like the therapist ones. Me. Gets pulled up on stage at a concert in my 30s. Lead singer. Okay, so are you ready to rock? Me. Right, so that was in my right ear.
That one doesn't work like it used to. Could you say it again in this ear, please?
That was quite loud, mate. Do you want to calm down a little bit? Right. If I introduce a movie to you and we watch it together, I'll be spending at least 99.9% of my time watching you to make sure you're responding correctly to the movie.
I do that. I tell Beckham, like, you've never seen this film before. We've got to watch it. And I'll be like, get your head out your fucking face. Are you enjoying this film? Why are you laughing? This film's great. Did you know after this film they did this? Did you know this person started this film? I was like, I've just talked over the entire thing. You haven't paid any attention.
I'll give you a couple more because the last one's amazing. My girlfriend just asked me if I could make her another couple bits of toast. She probably thought I need to get a second knife dirty. Wrong. I carefully rested the original knife on the edge of the sink. I've been training for this life my whole moment. I've ruined that ending. I've been training. Let me start that again. I've been training for this. Oh my God. I fucked it so many times. Been training my whole life for this moment is what I'm trying to say. Been training my moment for this whole knife. Been training my whole life for this moment.
There we go.
Fuck's sake. Since I started talking, I was like, this sounds wrong. And that's the punchline.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And finally, this is one of my favourites. I've been waiting for this to come up for a while.
Okay.
You realise you've misheard your daughter. There's actually a mobster under her bed. Bada bing, bada boom, I'm sleeping here. Turns on nightlight, voice from the bed. Hey, Bally, what's the big idea? Harry looking around the room, voice from under the bed. Forget about it. Because that was another edition of Tom's Journal. I can't believe I fucked that second to last one up.
The third one, you're a mobster under you.
You've misheard it the entire time.
Just forget about it. I'm not under here. You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
So good.
Oh, fucking hell.
What are you doing under there? I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, what's that one for The Simpsons? Tight Lips or something? Johnny
Tight Lips, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I ain't saying
Johnny,
nothing.
what happened here? I ain't saying nothing.
Johnny Tight Lips, where'd they hit you? I ain't saying nothing.
How'd you get in this situation? I ain't saying nothing. And Frankie the Squealer. Yeah, so good.
Ma Mr. Stevens, Ma Mr. Stevens, Ma Mr. Ma Mr. Ma Mr. Ma Mr. Stevens, Ma Mr. Stevens.
I know this song.
I do know the song.
What is it?
I want to break free.
Ah, okay. Come on, answer his question. Jamie's got a question for all of you, so answer his question. Otherwise, he hasn't got a segment.
fuck you, take that. Yeah, what was my song again? Oh, yeah.
I want to put it through.
Yeah. It's time to participate. Participate with me. Go on social media, look at my question and answer for me. I need your answers. God knows I need your answers.
Nice. I almost start singing yours then. What was mine? Oh, yeah. Answer Jamie's question. Come on, you little motherfuckers. Answer Jamie's question. Because he needs your answers now, bitch.
Jamie's audience participation time. Oh!
This week, I said, applying for a job. A nightmare that we all hate, but unfortunately have to do sometimes. This week, we're asking, what's the weirdest question you've been asked on a job application or in a job interview? Let's say you, Mr. Stevens.
Weirdest question. I haven't had like weird. I remember when I applied for B&Q back in like 2017, and like I was answering the questions, but like the guy just like fucking hated me. So he was like, "That answer's not great." Yeah, but you haven't answered my question, have you? Like, yeah, I have. And he's like, "Well, elaborate on it." I'm like, how can I elaborate on something that happened and nothing else? That's lying, surely.
Well,
like,
yeah.
He got really weird about it, and he was like, "Yeah, you've not got the job." I was like, "Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't want it anyway," and just walked out. It was so fucking weird. It's like he was just throwing his tiny little dick around because he could. It was so strange. Yeah, really odd. B&Q in Cheltenham. Very fucking weird. I just wanted a job because I was getting sick of doing mornings in Asda. So I was just looking for something else. And he was just such a prick about it. It was well weird.
Oh, fucking weird.
Yeah, I mind you B&Q, mate, so fuck you know what I mean? I know people, mate, because I work in B&Q. Grow up.
What a fucking weirdo.
I hope you work for Deliveroo or some shit now. It's only because one assistant manager who hated me when Morrison's Local went under became a delivery driver. I think it's a great job for people that want to get money, but people that act like pricks and then have to go and do that sort of role makes me laugh. It's called karma.
Yeah. Good old Morrison's Local. I forgot about you working there. Oh. So
it's great for a bit. What about you?
I've got two that are kind of weird. I can't remember the details for one of them, but I remember having a job interview for Build-A-Bear. And I just remember them asking questions about our favourite musical. And we had to do some, like, I can't remember what the task was now, but it's all about our favourite musical and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck has this got to do with bears? It was like a group interview. There was like 20 of us there.
Bears? What's it got to do with bears?
That is not what I sounded like.
Yeah. That was so funny. What's about a musical? What's this got to do with bears?
Am I a Scouser?
You did go Scouser. It was weird. I don't know what you're doing. Fucking asking about bears, mate.
Oh God, Scouse Build-A-Bear. It's got to be weird. And
I want a fucking nun. I want my fucking father, Ted. It's like the Irish and the English, like sort of like smash their accents together, didn't it? That's what Scouse sounds like.
It does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, they got lost halfway and just stayed there. If people didn't advance English or advance Irish, they just stayed in the middle.
It does feel really weird, that accent, because it's not like anywhere else in the whole UK. It's like random squeaky town, or city rather. But yeah, another one that sticks out to me as well wasn't a question per se. I just always remember this. I went for a job interview at Argos. This is like old school Argos, like come to collection point B Argos. Yeah. And it was like, they gave us a number and a letter, just set us free in the warehouse, like, go find it. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know where anything is in this place.
We're a bit short-staffed, mate. Can you help us out a little bit?
Pretty much, just what it felt like. Yeah, weird times. Anyway, let's get some audience answers. Kelly Clayton. I applied for Pets at Home back in the day, and I had to do a quiz, and one of the questions was to guess how much an elephant weighs. What?
Do they sell elephants at Pets at
I
Home?
was going to say, of all the animals they don't sell at Pets at Home, it's an elephant.
All right, how much is everywhere? How long's a giraffe? Lots of them. We've got lots of them in stock. Sounds well weird.
How much does that rabbit weigh? About 0.4 of an elephant. Okay, cheers. What the fuck?
He's got the job. As long as a trunk, perfect.
Trying my best on TikTok says, apply for Debenhams when I just turned 16. We were given a random piece of clothing and then had to go pick one ourselves. Then had 30 seconds to work out how to upsell from the original piece to the one we picked out. I worked there for 10 years. Clearly, clearly she can upsell. Fair play.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Rhiannon, not a job interview per se, but first time I met my colleague, who's now my best friend, she asked me, if you could be any colour, what would it be and why? What a way to introduce yourself to a new colleague.
Yeah.
Might take that one. Avox Hunter, what made you want to work for said company? I hate that question.
I hate, can you tell me of a time where you had a difficult situation and we just resolve it? Fucking hate that one.
Oh, yeah. Like, can you tell me a time you delivered good customer service?
Yeah, fucking every day.
Yeah, every day. None stand out. I don't do every person I deal with. Jesus Christ. A similar thing at Paul C says, how much do you want this job? How do you answer that? Like,
I remember applying for an insurance company donkeys ago, and I fucked the interview. I'd never worked in office before. I just wanted to work in office because I was getting sick of retail. And at the end, he gave me one last chance to save myself, and he went, "Would you employ yourself for this job?" And I went, "Yeah, probably not, because I sounded awful, didn't I?" I had no clue what I was talking about. He went, "Okay, cool. Well, never mind. See you later."
honest.
Yeah, I was just, I appreciate your brutal honesty. He's like, "Yeah, well, I was terrible, so."
Richie Rich, I once got asked, where's the M8? He's not given a context as to the job. So that might actually be relevant, but it might
I'm pretty
also
sure
be a
that's
job
in Glasgow.
comment.
I'm pretty sure that's in Scotland. Yeah, mate. I'm pretty sure that's in Scotland. I'm pretty sure it's Glasgow. I'm gonna double check now.
You're going to double check it.
Yeah, while you carry on.
The wife, Becky Westwood, what made you apply for this job? I really just want to say to pay the bills. It's such a stupid question. It really is a very fucking stupid question.
The M8 is Manchester.
Manchester.
I believe the M10 is Glasgow.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I've ruined my motorway knowledge. Was just not as vast. But yeah, I would love to be like, well, to obviously get paid, you fucking twat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's fuck. I remember when I had it for the interview I went for last week. I was just like, because it's such a well-known, reputable company, and all this. I was like, I want to get out of the fucking place I work now. I hate it. Give me a job.
You get from A to B. You don't put enough carriages on, but that's okay right now. When I get in a job, I'll have a fucking go at you.
I'll give you a couple more. Sammy Bacon. Job interview for a local petrol station. The creepy guy who owns it asked, what would you say if I asked who Brian Warner is? While I was shocked into silence, he and another guy smirked at each other, and then he said, you don't know, do you? And I went, yeah, I do, but I don't think you do. I walked out and left. Turns out he'd been watching me for a while through CCTV when I filled up my car in my Marilyn Manson hoodie. Super creepy. What the fuck?
Wow, I hope she reported that. That's fucking well weird.
That's mega weird. Like, oh. You Marilyn Manson.
You don't know who Brian is, do you? That's me. Yeah, you want to come and get this job?
You want to get on a Ferris wheel and watch Brian? Oh, creepy.
I've heard you like Guns N' Roses and Ferris wheels. Do you like people watching? Well, that's this show over.
That's the show opener. Last but not least, Steve Tanner. Have you ever read the book Alice in Wonderland? I have no idea, as this was a job for a restaurant manager.
What?
Has reading Alice in Wonderland got to do with a restaurant manager?
Do you reckon they're trying to be cool and quirky?
Probably.
Yeah, it'll be cool and quirky, man. Yeah, totally. Yeah, we're a restaurant, but let's talk about Alice in Wonderland, bro. Yeah, have you read stories? You know what books are? Yeah, totally right. Cool. You got the job, man. It's got nothing to do with cooking whatsoever.
That was the question to decide if you got the job or not. Have you read Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, I have actually. Hired.
Perfect. Do you know what lasagna is? No, neither do I. I don't even know why the fuck we're here. We're an Italian restaurant. What the fuck is pizza? What is pastar and pizza? I have no idea.
Yeah, just I'd love to know where they come up with the questions for these job interviews. Sometimes I really would.
Do you reckon this pastar's a little fusilli? Do you want to sign this contract with this penne? Yeah, you got the job, man. You got the job too. Right on, right on.
Okay,
Have you read Moby Dick?
I actually liked the penne one. That was good. Oh, fucking hell. Weird.
Has anyone
Weird,
heard
weird,
this
weird.
Rav-E-O-I? It sounds really bad. It sounds like a disease or something.
It kind of does when you break it down like that.
Thank you to everyone who participated in Jamie's challenge. I don't think I posted it, and I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I've been quite fucking busy, I'm not going to lie. So please forgive me. So thank you to everyone that participated in Jamie's participation challenge this week. We appreciate every single one of you that gets involved on the weekly. But if you enjoy Jamie's participation challenge, Tom's journal, Callum when he's here, interviews when they're here, and the absolute fucking God knows what fornication on the Ferris wheel bullshit that we talk, then you'll enjoy the other 219 Digital Chronicles podcasts wherever you get your podcast from, be Spotify, Google, Apple, I don't know, Grindr, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, the usual places you can find podcasts at. We're everywhere. Then please follow us on all social media at TCO Pod, whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, Instagram, TikTok. Instagram and TikTok are the main two that we'd like you to come to. Please come and join us, and follow us out there at TCO Pod, and subscribe to the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Hit that bell to get notified when new videos released, and comment to your heart's content. That's all social media at TCO Pod, and please subscribe to us on the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Don't you think so, Jen?
Absolutely agree. And what I also agree on is the fact we need to say a massive thank you to a few of our friends. If you are enjoying our brand new theme song, please go and follow the wonderful David Bartolome and Will Scar. A massive thank you to them for that incredible song. We love it so very much. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to the wonderfully talented Mr. Braden Barry. Go check out all his incredible creative wares, the Amber Forest podcast with Dustin Gill, all his incredible music under Say We Can Fly, his merch store, Anxious Ghost, and of course, that upcoming horror anthology, Farlight Movie. Go check it out on Instagram now. And last but not least, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere, and I mean everywhere. I say it every week, and I'm going to say it again. This is not a UK issue. It's a global issue where people of the alternative community are being treated differently simply because of the way they dress, the way they look, and the music they listen to. If you were at the Download Festival this past weekend, we hope you had an incredible time, watched some incredible bands, watched some incredible activities on funfair rides, but most importantly, we hope you went and saw Sophie Lancaster Foundation 10. The pictures we saw, the queue was insane. So if you went by, brought a piece of merch, brought a wristband, whatever it is, a massive thank you goes out to you, because that is so helpful and so needed to fund all the amazing activities that the foundation do. And last but not least, a massive thank you to this handsome bastard right here. I never get that right.
Thanks. I appreciate you massively. As always, just one story before we go. I completely forgot to mention that I didn't get a birthday cake this year.
Oh.
Kelly bought me birthday fudge.
Ooh.
Jamie, these are slabs. Ooh. 5 of them. Fuck off slabs of fudge.
So jealous right now.
Lemon meringue, which I've almost finished. Kinder Bueno, which I have finished.
Ooh.
Cookies and cream, which I have finished.
Ooh.
Biscoff.
Ooh.
And finally, Orange Aero, which I'm saving to last. Unbelievable. Just wanted to put it out there. I realised I forgot to put it in the beginning earlier. So sorry about that, sweetheart. Thank you very much. But yes, a wonderful addition. Mortis, Havard, wherever you would like to go by. Thank you so much for a wonderful sitting down with us for a wonderful conversation. So much fun. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope all the Mortis fans enjoyed it. And yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. Jamie, another wonderful addition in the bag.
Another wonderful addition indeed, my friend.
I am very excited to see what the Scotland fans get up to in this next week. I'm very excited for the game on Friday. Fucking come on, the Scots. Let's smash the Moroccans. Let's get to the fucking last 32. It'd be unbelievable. I love doing the show with you every week. Thank you so much, my friend. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it as well. As for this week, we will see you all next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta!
Bye.
Hey, Scotland!